It's the cable. Okay, I love it when it's the cable. Hello, everyone. That's basically what I was saying there. Okay, so first off, the intro was a little stuttery there. This is fine, it looks like. Yeah, that video there is good. I'm peaking. I'm not peaking, but, well, at least I shouldn't be. I can try turning it down. Sounds bad. Oh, great. Oh, hold on. Sub. What? Maybe? Is it gonna work? Oh, please work. Is it not gonna work? Are you kidding me? What? There is supposed to be... okay. There's supposed to be like a thing that shows up down there for people who subscribe or whatever, and it apparently didn't work, or maybe it went before I saw it in chat. But thank you, Merlin41, for your tier 1 sub for the 2nd month. Sounds bad. Okay, let me see if I can figure that out. Okay, so first off, this is on the VGA capture computer. That's what I'm streaming from. So everything is different right now. So I'm using the air mouse here to try and do this, and this is all this computer has got. It changed the input? No? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try... that. Okay, how's that? Does that sound better? I turned it down just slightly. This is supposed to be line in, still bad. How is this still bad? Input device. Let me check what OBS is set to use as the input. Come on, click. Advanced audio properties. That's not what I want. I want just regular audio properties. Properties. Built-in analog stereo. Let's try D. I don't think that's going to sound any different, actually. Your mic is very bad. Okay, I'm working on it. Let's see. PC sound input set mic levels and not line level. It's set to line input as the input option. Let me do this first off. Let me connect a real mouse rather than the air mouse so I can actually right-click. Okay, let's try this. Is the lab peaking? No, nothing has changed on this at all. Well, there's no option on that. Yeah, it looks totally fine on there. Like, I can clap and it gets louder on the lav mic itself. The mixer down here, actually, is that... Wait a minute, hold on. Does that sound better? The mixer slider may have been actually moved. Let me know if that sounds better, because now I'm wondering, that does sound better? Okay, too many things. So, yeah, I'll show you this real quick, like here. So of course the heads up display on the camera's back. Let's try and hide that again. Boop. Okay, so down here, this is now the computer that is streaming, rather than the HP Z820 right there that I've normally been using. This computer is an i5 4670K, and it is given it all she's got. So this is like right up against the wall for what it can do. But that's the mixer, and that's my Extron, and there's a whole bunch of VGA stuff plugged into the back, and I had to pull this out 3 times today, this morning, as I was swapping around files and stuff to finally get it to work. So yeah, I probably bumped the mixer one of those many, many times. Horse Taco, thank you for the 2 gifted subs, and I have to figure out what is going on here and why this is not working, because Stream Elements is supposed to be giving me alerts now. I set this up, and it's really bothering me that it's not working, because I spent a lot of time on that last night, and I really wanted that working for this video. Okay, it's still not showing up. Okay. You know this is what's annoying here. This chat, that Stream Elements chat, you guys have BTTV emotes now. So that's working. Dashboard, where is it? Overlays, streaming tools, my overlays. Alerts, edit. Okay, I'm gonna watch this on their thing. Oh my gosh, Horse Taco. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Whoa. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Lady Ironborn with the 100 bits there. Why is this not showing up? Thank you for the 100 bits. That should... Aha! Okay, so I just saw Tay Consuelos resub for 2 months. It showed up on here, but not on there. And then more. Why are they not showing up? Refresh browser when scene becomes active. Okay. Refresh cache of current page. Okay. I mean, I did testing with this. I'm seeing stuff over here. Thank you, Torch Nova, for the 100 bits. Wow, okay. I really wanted this working. Why is it not working? Hide, show. Okay, I'm gonna do a test one, because those showed up when I was doing it. Do that, okay. But then it doesn't show up. What? That's a big old long thingamajig there. Is it possible I have that wrong? Is there any way I can get data to that computer other than like pasting a note? I'm trying to think of what would the worst thing happen be if I pasted the overlay in the chat. Thank you, Spies of Mud, for the 100 bits. I really want this to work so you guys can see the stuff as it pops up. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Ohms. Thank you for the 8 gifted subs. Whoa. I feel so bad none of you guys are getting the credit on the stream. Okay. If I do, that mouse is not connected. Stream. Elements. I'm gonna have to sign into Twitch, and I'm gonna have to sign into things. Okay, boom. Hiram, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm barely able to keep up here. Twitch. Okay. Oh man, then it's gonna make me do the stupid authentication. You should just connect all your PCs with yeah, I would use the KDE Connect. I really like KDE Connect actually. But I use Genome on my capture computer here, and it's I have to do a thing here so you can't see me typing a password. Where's camera? What happens if I do this? Oh, no, hold, click. Okay, so there's me, and then here is here's. I think you can see me, maybe. Hello? Okay. I apparently filled all the RAM on the computer. That's cool. All right, that's a thing I gotta watch out for. Wow. Okay, I gotta be careful here, it seems. I closed data path. Because that was a thing. See if I can very quickly grab the link for the alerts here before it crashes things. Copy. Copied. Okay. Paste. Okay. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to test an alert. Emulate. Boom. It shows up there. It doesn't show up there. What? Oh my gosh. Why? Now that's just really weird. Like, okay, if I put this in a web browser, boom. Okay. That should be showing. Test. It just doesn't show up. What? It shows up. I don't know. All right, I'm giving up. I'm sorry. That's really annoying. I spent like 2-3 hours on that last night. Oh my gosh. All right. All right. Oh well. Thank you all so much for everything you just did. Whoa. Okay. Wow. I was not expecting that. Whoa. I'm just gonna go through this one more time here. Thank you, Merlin, for the resub. Thank you, Horse Taco, for the 10 subs. Whoa. Thank you for the 100 bits, Ohms. Thank you, Lady Ironborn, for the 100 bits. Thank you, Tay for resubbing. Thank you, Torchnubber, for the 100 bits. Thank you, Spies of Mud, for the 100 bits. Thank you, Ohms, for the 8 gift subs. Thank you, Hiram, for the 100 bits. Wow, okay. Well, yeah, what would a TT stream be without dying at least once at the start? Yeah, really. Okay, so, wow, that was a lot. I really wish the alerts were working, but, oh well, I guess. I do not understand why they are not, but all right, that's, it is what it is, I guess. So, okay. Today's stream is, well, first off, let me do this real quick. I'm gonna open VCS again, even though I probably shouldn't. And I just want to show you this real quick. I can bring this up, go to, that's not working for some reason. Why is that not, no, that's not it. What? Is it because it's, there we go, and boom. That there is direct VGA capture on the computer that is doing the streaming, which means that it is now delayless. Yeah, yes, the camera, no, the notifications aren't hiding there. So yeah, the chat is now slightly different with how it's all set up. It will disappear under the camera down here. It is going to be like that. Actually, it should be cropped even. Yeah, so what I can do is I can make it even more like that there. Now it'll disappear near that, not look like it's hiding it. But yeah, that should look way better than before. Now that should be nearly perfect VGA capture for streaming, which is really cool. So yeah, there's that. I also have, I guess I can show you this real quick here. This is, if I can hide that, if it clicks into the correct area. Why is it not hiding and showing that like it should? Well, anyway, I also have laptop capture sort of working, and this is what the notifications should look like. They should pop up like that, but they're not for some reason. I don't know why. But oh well, they actually show up there too when you guys were doing them, so it's really frustrating. Like, it's working, but oh well. It's so perfect it might as well be emulated. Yeah, that's the goal there. So I can hide that. We can go back to cams. Okay. Whew. All right. So yeah, that's what I've been working on today. I'm gonna go ahead and close DataPath just in case it causes issues here. But yeah, I got all that set up this morning, trying to optimize the workflow. I don't know if it's gonna stay like this though, because this computer is at 29.328 frames per second. The load on the system is extremely high here. Let me actually bring up System Monitor and see how bad it is. Because I think it's like nearly maxed out. Let's see. Yeah. So if we do window capture, System Monitor. Okay, and then enable it, maybe. Nope, that's not it. Get rid of that, show that, and then bring this back. Why is that black? Is it because it's running as root or something? That's weird. Okay, let's just do this, and then I will bring this back up. There you go, now you can see it. If I hide that, and then bring it back. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so you can see it's pretty well maxed up. there. What PC are we using now? This PC is the i5 4670K that we were working on in the last couple of streams. So this is the VGA capture computer itself that I'm streaming from, and I think it's really not gonna be well suited for this in the long run, at least as it is. So I'm probably gonna be putting it back to the HP Z820. Yeah, so the computer I was using, God, was this? Ugh. Ugh. So, this is what I was using. If I bring the camera over here, pop off the side, and maybe switch to the camera. This is a dual Xeon workstation. So it has a lot of threads, but the individual cores are weak because it's from 2012. So the computer we're streaming on is actually 2 years newer. It's just not an enterprise system, but it's the exact same GPU. It's a 970, but there's just fewer cores, basically. So, and the camera is showing the HUD again. Let's go ahead and hide that. So yeah. This is what I have been streaming with, and I will, honestly, based on the performance results here, I'm probably going to go back to streaming with this after today, because this is not performing well, and I don't like that it's already crashed once during the stream. So that's not indicative of this being good long-term, but this is a good look at what we can achieve in the future after I guess, build a new computer. Because, yeah, that's a thing that's gonna happen, I suppose, because I want to make everything one system, and I want the VGA cap. So again, all this down here is specifically for doing VGA capture, and the long-term plan is to rack mount the VGA capture system with the Extron, because I have VGA over Ethernet adapters, and then the whole office is going to be routed with that stuff. So the VGA capture system really needs to be with the Extron, so it has to go into that Silverstone case wherever that ends up. So the streaming computer really needs to be built into that as well. So yeah, I got to build a new computer to make all that happen. So audio gain sounds a bit on the edge. Is it too high or too low? So yeah, really interested in the Z8 XX series. Currently using a Z420 as my current desktop. The Z820 is really good. It still holds its own. So yeah, can't put the VGA capture card in the piece, yeah, in the HP. I can, but then it won't be in the rack mount case next to the Extron. Yeah, so it needs to be something like that. New computer equals Zen 3. It is most likely going to be AMD because I need a whack ton of PCIe lanes. That's what the HP Z820 has as an advantage over this Intel board, because it's Xeon. It has 2 processors, and each of those processors have more PCIe lanes, so it has a ton of 16x slots in there. So yeah, too high, not the volume, but the mic gain sounds like it's clipping. If I look at the mixer, it is slightly high. I'll just turn it down a little bit, but yeah, there's not much more I can do. I've already added a compressor and stuff, so I don't know. I do have an expander. Maybe I could turn that down. I still don't have, that's not the mouse. This is, I may have to plug the mouse in, because the Air mouse, I don't know if it's going to work out long term here. Okay, filters, expander. You know, I'll just disable the expander. Let's see what that's like. So let me know what that's like. We should probably get to the stream subject, and I don't need the PC104 system running anymore. So I'll go ahead and pop that out of here to make some space, so we can get the actual subject matter into here. The 3D printer that is back there off screen, and this is a, I don't want to say risky video per se, but it's a, the concept is not guaranteed that we're going to have a fun, productive stream here. This thing could very easily be completely dead. I'm not sure. So, here we go. This is my Anet A8 3D printer. and I would like to use it again. So the first thing I actually really want to do with this is try printing some 3.5-inch hard drive trays. I want to design a file that can be used to stack drives in like little plastic trays. And I think that would be a really ideal use case for 3D printing, because I could optimize it and make it really nice and fit however many of them I want. So I kind of want to do that. But there are a lot of problems with this thing. So yeah, man. So first off, I don't use this thing a lot. I never really did. So every time a long period of time passes between me using it, I always want to tear it apart and make sure all the connections are solid and it's not going to catch fire. So we'll be doing that partially today. But there are some other things we need to look at. As well as I like rip a bunch of things off of here. And here's one of them. So you may have seen this in one of the videos I did on it. This is my Raspberry Pi display that runs Octoprint. And unfortunately during the move, it got whacked really good along the edge here. So the edge is just a thin sheet of glass, and it hit that and shattered. But it didn't make it all the way into the LCD area. So I don't know if that's just a bezel or if this will actually still work, especially with it being touchscreen. I don't know. So I need to test that today and maybe like throw away little bits of broken glass. I'm not sure. So actually, I'm going to go walk this away right now while I'm holding it to the trash can and maybe bring the trash can back with me, because I don't want to start losing little shreds of glass around the office here. Oh man. Okay. Looks like a bezel. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because you're kind of meant to like build it into a tablet or something. So I'm hoping that it'll just work. You know what? We can find that out pretty quick here, because I can just plug it into power off to the side here. And we'll see. So I'm just gonna drop it down right there, and I'm gonna plug it in. We'll see what happens. I have a big power thing right here, and here we go. It should fire up if the cable's still good. That cable bad? Because I think a light should turn on the Pi. Yeah, at the very least, the Pi should work. What gives? The LCD is inside the metal frame. The LCD should be fine. Maybe touch is broken in the corner. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering if that might be. But right now, I got to figure out what's going on with the power cable. These Anker cables were great for a while, and then they all started dying on me. So I'm not too sure if this will work. And then this is a Pi 3, so it gets real cranky when you don't have enough power for it. It doesn't feel like it's seating all the way. Although, can't really get it in any farther. Ah, there we go. It's a little wonky, but okay, LCD works. Yeah, the USB connector or the cable's bad. So let me try a different cable. G5, thank you for the 20 bits. I gave you one PCI Ethernet card. Yeah. I'm going to go see if I can find a different quality-ish micro USB cable. That's because I don't want it complaining about low power. So I'll be right back. I think I may have brought those into the office. I'm not 100% sure. I think that's a C cable. That's HDMI. Another C, another C. Man, it's a shame it's not a Pi 4. That's micro. It says it's 28 amp watt gauge, though. Don't know if that'll be good enough. Got another micro. Does not appear to have its rating on the sheathing, so I'm not sure. And I found another one of my anchor cables. What's the tip look like? The tip looks really messed up. I'm gonna leave that here. I don't think that's gonna work. Found another anchor cable. I bought a bunch of these all at once. Tip looks better. I'll take that with me. I'm just gonna top up my water before I come back. Ugh. It's always my fear that the streams are gonna like go down while I'm walking away because I can't see it. I need Google glasses that I can wear while I walk away so I can see the screen. It's actually waiting for Google glasses to become mainstream enough that there would be like used ones on eBay for cheap, but I don't think it's gonna happen. There we are. See, those micro USB connectors can get really flaky. Yeah, for sure. They're really bad. All right, I'm gonna try this anchor cable first because I think it's more likely to work than the others. See, is there a reason modern inputs don't have clips to secure them? I mean, it does kind of technically, so it's just blah. So, all right. See here, and then the other problem is the way I mounted this is kind of really high strain on the cable. All right, that'll work. Let it boot and see what happens. Here's hoping touchscreen didn't die. This is step one of the 3D printer. Then I have to go through and I got to check all the connections and things to make sure it won't catch fire if I put power to it. The display's seen a lot. Oh, it's also got the plastic cover on it still. I never took it off because, well, I don't know. I didn't really want to. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to connect this to Ethernet, aren't I? This is one of the ones that, well, let's find out. Touch is working. All the way, all around. Excellent. Okay, so it's still usable despite being shattered. All right. That's $80 saved because these are very expensive. Maybe I should 3D print a frame mount for that thing finally. Maybe that's, if we get this working well enough, maybe we'll do that today. Cause yeah, that's a thing there. So okay, what do we want to do? I gotta connect a mouse and keyboard, and actually I guess I don't. I just have to connect the Ethernet, although it needs an IP address. And what all does it need? Let's see. I got that. I should probably be very careful about poking the network switch that the streaming computer is plugged into, huh? This long enough? No. Let's see. Just some duct tape. Yeah, just slap some duct tape on it. Yeah. See, what type of 3D printer is it? This is an Anet A8. I have a couple of videos about it from ages and ages ago. Oh, that's a problem. Bad computer. Oh, man. The display was dimming like it was going to go into standby. I have to fix that immediately. See, oh, this is a Pi 3 that has Wi-Fi built in, so it could have Wi-Fi. I might just connect it to my Wi-Fi network so it can be wireless and not have to deal with it. Let's see, displays, no, power, blank screen, never. Okay, there we go. All right, is that actually gonna save? Because I did that before and it didn't save. Hopefully it does now. So use these cases for the Pi touchscreen. Ooh. That mouse is still not plugged in. Let's see. Hopefully clicking this link doesn't like use up the last couple kilobytes of RAM. Oh, that's really nice. How much is that? $17, that's pretty fair. Wow, that scale, or the order quantity scaling, man. So you remember to check the screensaver? I mean, I don't think any computers come with screensavers now. So, why does the chat sometimes get darker? Does it? I'll try to pay attention to that. I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah, better be safe than sorry. Well, I mean, I don't remember having ever seen the text gets grayer and then whiter again. I don't know. So I switched to using Stream Elements for the chat, but I don't know if that will have actually done anything. Let's see, background, appearance. Man, this computer is so loaded. Yeah, I don't see any screensavery type stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave that. So okay. Let's see, I don't see any gradients in the chat window. Yeah, I'm not sure. One thing I can do. Oh, I disable. Oh, I can disable the preview. Man, that almost seems like a good idea. Okay, so I made the video full screen so I can try and see if it changes at all. Potentially reduce my options here. See that myself sometimes in my own browser. Native Twitch client is strange like that. Okay, or native Twitch chat. All right. So I'm curious here. If I push, ooh, that's kind of fancy. Oh, of course that camera's down. That's annoying. Okay, let's. Yeah, I'll just connect this to Wi-Fi. I'm gonna have to plug in a keyboard, which I have right off to the side here. That won't be too difficult to do. So let's see. Oh man. Okay, I did not get all the glass away from this. Yeah, bringing the trash can over was a good idea. There's little shards of it all over. Chat does that when it clears old messages from the buffer. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Let's see, I gotta plug that in. Wow, the keyboard, plugging that in activated the low power thing. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch to here. You guys mostly can't see keyboard, but I'll just do that. Let's see. Okay, I rarely look at the actual chat. Oh, is it the one in the video over here that's having the issue? I'll try and watch it to see when it changes, like when someone sends a message to see if it grades or something. I blinked for like quarter second, then there was a new message, but I didn't see it do anything. So yeah, I wonder if it also causes on like the screen it might be black of the monitors. I don't know. But I am seeing there that I'm gonna have to move. I have to squeeze the chat in a little bit more because it's cutting off the letters on the side a little bit. I can't really do that right now. I will have to do that later. And I should be connecting to Wi-Fi. And it looks like I'm good. Okay, so I can bring you guys back here. So I'm gonna open terminal. Oh, and then it just shows me the IP address immediately. Okay, well that makes this, well, I don't like it when it does that. Okay. That's fine. Actually, I would rather it turn the display off because I don't want it to like burn in the display or shut it off because this thing will run for hours. Actually, that is something I'm a little concerned about. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with this thing once I get it back up and running. I might have to take it home because I can't leave it running at the office while I'm not here. That sounds like a tremendously bad idea. And even though I do spend a lot of time here, I don't spend the majority of my time here, and I could have this run like overnight while I'm at the house to manage it. So I may have to take it home. Let's see. LCD screens have burn-in? Absolutely, they can have burn-in, especially if you have a static image for a very, very long time. So, like, you know, a 3D printer interface. So, yeah. I'm satisfied with this thing. So I can actually shut this off. Oh, I accidentally launched a web browser. That's going to make it not happy. I'm going to shut this off so I can take, man, it looks like, well, it makes it look like there's a scratch, but that's a reflection, I think. There is no massive gash in the display. So, not as serious CRTs, but yeah, they do get them. Yeah, definitely. I've had a Acer display. Yeah, LCD do that. Has a Internet Explorer 7. The title bar and things burnt into it and the controls and all that. All right. All right, let's start taking a look at the 3D printer itself to make sure everything looks good. I do have a slight problem once we get over looking at this, or done with looking at this. I've pretty much lost all of my 3D printer software and configuration files, so I'm going to have to start from scratch on this thing, which really sucks, because the tuning of all of this, that was the majority of the effort I put into here. So, blah. Yeah. So, all right. There's a 3D printer. Debating whether or not it's better with the horribly yellow light in the background on or not. Because this is black, so if I turn that light off, you just won't see it because it'll disappear into the void. So maybe I should leave it on there. See, LCD scrubber didn't help it. I assume you're talking about one of those like flashing things. No, it did not. So, okay, let's see. What do we got going on here? So first off, this filament was left connected to the printer, and it has since become unbelievably, yeah, brittle, snapped right there. So I'm not sure if this is going to be good, but there's a little bit of it stuck in here still. So you can barely see that right there on the direct drive extruder. Hello, Zolly Gamer. See if I remember correctly, the one in the video just needed pop out, some CSS tweaks, so I expect. The flicker you saw in the stream is the same. Sometimes see myself in the browser. So this one, actually, this chat now is a browser source from Streamlabs. So it's not actually the full native Twitch chat. Hello. Yeah, this computer is very clearly not up to snuff for this. It took me over an hour to transition all the streaming hardware and configuration over to this. I can't bring it back very quickly because I have 2 capture cards and the software and all the things to do. So yeah, I'm gonna close absolutely every single thing that is not OBS and just hope that that works, but I'm not optimistic. So yeah, does the streaming PC not have a swap file? It does actually not have a swap partition, you know. I think it doesn't. Let me see here. Sudo fdisk-l, and I will go ahead and press this so you guys can't see me type the password. Oh wait, that's right, it's still the same password as the other day. Yeah, I didn't put a swap partition on here because, you know, I'm dumb. Key 7 to 720p to help. So I was thinking about doing that before I clicked start on the stream after it crashed there. The problem is that everything on the stream would get messed up then because all of the elements are positioned by pixel and they're sized by pixel. So everything would be completely blown out over large and I'd be spending like 10 minutes stretching everything down to 720p. And yeah, the GoPro HUD is a stupid GoPro. This is why I'm so disappointed that I broke. I think we're back. If this crashes one more time, we're switching to the phone. We're switching to phone, and we're putting all the hardware back in the HP Z820 if it crashes one more time, which probably means that we're just going to do that. But we'll see. Yeah, there's no reason that touching stuff on the GoPro should have done that, but oh well. Let's try and get this hidden. There we go. Yeah, all right. So definitely going to be doing new computer after camera and capture card. That's so annoying. Phone stream hype, yeah. You know, in preparation here, I'm just gonna go grab something because I'm gonna need it for when we inevitably end up doing phone stream. Where'd it go? It was just over there. What did I do with it? Oh man, all right. Well, I have the other arm that I was using for the streams that folded over on itself. Actually, there it is. I sort of fixed it. And I've only used it with the phone since then because it was this bent over and I was able to bend it back. You can see where the metal is all fatigued. So if it comes to phone stream, I'm just going to use this to hold the phone up and we'll go with from there. We're probably going to end up doing a phone stream. So yeah, don't mind me just setting up a VM inside another VM. Grab a audio cable splitter. Android phones do not recognize the wireless go-to when plugged straight in. Oh my gosh, I actually have the audio cable somewhere. I have one, and I'm going to be honest, I was just going to use the phone's onboard audio. I can't remember. The audio cable might actually be in my van, because I think that was where I last used it. So that's annoying. But yeah, I do actually have the audio cable. I don't think I have access to it here right now. My bin where I keep all my like weird stuff is right there. Yeah, I don't think it, I think it's in the van still. That's really annoying. I'm not walking down to the van to get it. But okay, let's see how long we can go on this, working on this thing, and hope for the best here. Be nice not to have to do a phone stream, but I suspect we're doing a phone stream. So, oh, my mic disappeared into my shirt. There. That's gonna be better-ish. All right, so I want to check all of the connectors on here before I give this power, because I don't trust these things. I want to make sure they're good. So the board on the 3D printer, I can't remember if I need a micro SD card. I don't think I do. So we'll go ahead and skip that. Oh, you know what I could do? If this dies, I could stream from the laptop. It's got the webcam, and then I could RTMP the phone if I really have to. And then I don't have to do it from the phone. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, so if it dies, I'll start it from that. And then we can use that, because that'll honestly be a lot better experience. And the battery on that's not going to die because it's plugged in. Okay. Let's see, you don't need an SD card. Yeah, just putting G-code directly. I was pretty sure that it's just USB serial in G-code, that kind of thing. So I think I took that out a long time ago. So, all right. Just double check. These are all good. I'm going to reseat every one of them just to be sure, because I think it's actually been years since this thing was used. Now, it's so bad there's a bunch of dust on the cables. Oh, what was that plugged into? Okay, right there. There we are. So, this... Ooh, I don't like that the plastic shroud on that's loose. What's that go to? It goes way up into this nightmarish thing of stuff I have going on. Hopefully that's all connected well. Then there's these. Those all... Is that loose? Or is that... That is looser than I would like. Let me look at that. Actually a lot looser than I would like. What does this go to? I think that might just be triggering these to turn on or off, and then the real power switch down there, because I did do the MOSFET mod because I didn't trust the tiny little drivers on here. So, yeah, but these wires are really bad on here. They're loose. Like, I bet I could pull that one out. Yeah, so I want to maybe strip that back and put that back on there. Screwdriver, where'd that go? Is it down on the ground? Mike keeps... I'm always torn on the lapel mic. If I put the lapel mic through the front of my shirt, then it slowly gets pulled, turned upside down, and pulls the shirt in. But if I put it over my shoulder, then it slowly pulls the shirt up and the cable drips down my arm. It's like there's no good way, and I don't want to tape it to my chest every time I have to live stream. So I keep trying to figure out what's the best way to do it. Let's see. Arizona Fontario. We recently got 3D printer. So far it's been reliable outside of being configured for 240 instead of 120. I've had good success with mine. It's just kind of, it's garbage out of the factory and made super duper cheaply, so I don't trust it at all. Oh, maybe these are, I don't know, these don't really seem okay. So you know what I should do is I should polarity mark these. I think I finally brought in a silver Sharpie here. Yeah. So, because they're already marked with black. So silver to silver. All right. See, these A8s just have combusted more than once, so the external MOSFETs are good. Yeah, that's part of why I did that. There are a lot of horror stories about these things. Just seem not worth the risk. Let's see, if I strip this back a bit, what are we going to find? Is the... Ow! Okay, I may have been good to strip it back. There we are. Go ahead and do this one as well. I don't know if I soldered those or if it came soldered, but they shouldn't be soldered if they're going into a crimp connector. So I will not be repeating that. I need to trim that little bit at the end on one of them. Need to find my snips. I gotta work. There we are. This may have been fine without being fixed, but it looked bad enough I didn't want to chance it. Tinning helps with the wires fraying. Yeah, that's it, but then you don't get as good of a crush connection. So overall, it's better to not tin them if you're going into a crush connector, as far as my understanding is. Well, let me make sure they're not shorting out against each other. No, I wouldn't mind putting a little bit of hot glue on the back there, but then it's kind of like, I can't work on it again. See, have one, used it for years, never modified it though. I modified the Jesus out of it. All right, I'm putting the mic cable over my shoulder here. It's driving me nuts. Like extra bad today for some reason. We're gonna try that. Okay. Yeah, I think tinning them is fine for screw terminals. You don't want to do it for actual crimp terminals. Definitely for actual crimp terminals. I just kind of apply the logic to everything that crimps. Oh, all right, there we go. See how that works. So that's that adjusted. Those feel good. Those feel good. Let's go down more here. And you know, I think I'm gonna turn on the light for you. That should help. Maybe get it out of the view of the camera though. So, okay. Oh, that helps a lot. Excellent. Okay. Those are good. This is loose, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter. That is good. 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 A little loose there. Let's cinch that down a bit with a larger bit in it. Phillips would help. Continuity check on the end stop switches. I'm not super concerned about the end stop switches for that. It'll either stop or it won't. But that's not a bad call. Oh, that one's really loose. Yeah, let's tighten that one down some more. There we go. That's way better. All right, those are connectors. Those are good. And we have up here, I bet that is my BL Touch. These are just sensors or switches. Those are fine. I don't remember what that is, so I don't want to move it. Yeah, this is definitely something I've hot rodded a whole bunch, so I don't want to undo, too many things, because then I will never figure out how it works. So, oh man. Okay. Up in here, we have the BL Touch is in the back. So there's that, and there's the Noctua fan. Those connectors seem like they're all connected still. Hopefully that's good. I don't know why. That's hopefully ground that's shared between like the sensor and whatnot. This is I'm guessing soldered and split into there. It's really hard for you to tell. Yeah, that cable is going to 2. Probably a slight hack job on my part. All right, overall though, everything there seems fine. So I think I'm willing to give this power now. On most of these, you would be concerned about the connector going to the heat bed, but I took the connector off and I soldered it directly to the heat bed, and those all feel fine still. I got that very well secured, so I'm not too concerned about that. My PEI sheet looks like I'm missing a couple of clips. I think I might have some of them over here. Here's one. Then I have one more. You can't see what I'm doing. That. See, so far I printed a key holder shaped like a Cadillac, miniature Macintosh, and classic ocean liner that capsized mid-print. The only real issue has been finding correct settings for the right filaments. Yeah, so I spend a lot of time tuning my filaments, or at least I had. And that was a big part of how I was doing 3D printing. Yeah, a lot of it was for the ATX to PC Junior, which you can actually see is kind of permanently etched into my PEI. Maybe you can see, if I turn on the light, it'll show now. But yeah, most of it was for that. So I've done a lot of bulk printing of like the same thing over and over again, but that's been pretty much it. But yeah, I haven't really done a whole lot outside of that. I don't like having just like knickknacks that sit around. So I haven't printed any like fun stuff like that. I usually print purely functional things. So yeah, all right, I think I can do a couple of things here. I can run this cable over to the Octoprint thing, plug it in, and I should turn that on first. So I will get the cable over to that. Printed in pieces, 2.5 meter scale. Wow, whole of the Bismarck. Would have meant you would just buy the whole. Yeah, that's one thing about the giant things I've seen some people print. It's like, that's a lot of money to invest into that. Printer filament is not that cheap. Okay, that'll get fired up there. And then I'll wait for that to turn on. Actually, I can never remember if it's better to turn the printer on first or that. It doesn't really matter which way you go. It's just one of them is like nicer. So fun fact, that power supply I actually bought at Goodwill. The one that originally came with the Anet burned out very quickly after I got it, and like a couple of weeks before I got the Anet, I actually found that power supply at Goodwill. It's just a 12-volt power supply, so I slapped it in there, and it's been a champ. Goodwill power supply, better than China power supply. Kind of weird. Yes, restore page, but don't leave a useless tab open. All right, and I have the full screen plugin installed, so give it a moment to try and connect. Oh, I'm probably signed out of this thing, aren't I? Which will make it a pain to do anything. Ugh. That's an Anet printer. Yep, it's an Anet A8. Yeah. So let's see. Is this gonna like actually work here? Oh man, it's real cranky. It's like missing some stuff. I don't know what's going on. Log in. Okay, log in. I remembered to have it save the password. So I can be super lazy. Is it gonna work though? Let's reload. There we go. That'll probably work. So password it has saved wrong or something? That would be super annoying. There we go. All right. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of updates available. The webcam is disconnected. I don't even know if it's going to work. So let's try and connect. I think I saw the BL Touch flicker, so that might be good. Let's see. I am going to ignore all of the updates for now. Definitely heard the Anet flicker. Excellent. I'm going to... How do we want to do this? Okay, so... This is the filament that I have been using, but I'm pretty sure it's trashed because of how brittle it is now. I'm tempted... Do I know where the rod is for that? I know where a different rod is. I'm going to use that. I think I'm going to try and just let that run through as a garbage filament to make it just do some tests, run it, make sure it'll actually like work or something. So we can use that. I hate this stand, but I don't think I have any better way of holding this up for now. So we'll just do like that. That's awful. See, I've never been able to get my E16 to talk to a computer. I'm not like a 3D printer wizard, so I can't really tell you what to do. I barely get this thing working. I really have no experience with them. I went super cheap. This was like, what, $250 or something, and it's garbage. Now you can get so much better printers for cheaper. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to set the bed to 180. Or not the bed, the tool. And I'm going to raise it up a bit here. Perfect, it is working. All right. I can smell it heating up. This thing is an absolute nightmare to do filament changes on. I really hate doing this a lot. So you're going to get to see just how much fun this really is. Well, yeah, I'm not looking forward to this. Let me go ahead and get started on trying to find the tool to open the fan area. Where'd my screwdriver go? I didn't just put the printer over it, did I? While that's doing that, I should put something under it so it doesn't leak onto my nice tablecloth. See, I've considered printing a Power Mac G5-like Raspberry Pi case. Ooh, that'd be nice. There's probably something out there. Should I attempt to design one? Keep waiting for it to pop up? That would sound like a pretty good thing to design. They're fairly simple. You're going to learn that I bet you would want to print the back of the case down, because you have those really thin like handle things, and you'll want that to print in the XY dimension so that you get the most strength, because those are so thin. So yeah, hot end design, yeah. This thing is horrible. The hot end on this is absolutely garbage. This is the worst thing about it by far, so this is going to take a moment. It's truly terrible. This is the #1 thing that makes me want to either buy a new printer or completely redesign this one, because this is so bad. So bad. I'm not even sure. Maybe I'll get lucky. I'll try extruding. Okay, so it's taken some. See if I can feed in behind it. It's just like very little chance is actually going to work. But we'll see. So, okay. Is it jammed? What? How is it jammed? Filament came out. Yep, no, it failed. What kind of wattage those printers draw? I have absolutely no idea. Yeah, so we're going to get to experience the full fun of a filament change on this thing now. Has to be done live, and it's going to kind of partially explode as I do this. So let's, it's fun. And by live, I mean while it's hot, because you got to be able to push the old filament through. So remember, I want to hold that down. So I pull all this nonsense off. Oh, gosh. Okay, so here's the fun of the Anet hot end. So the filament comes in through a hole up there, down into the pinch rollers, and it has to jam in to this hole right there. And if I pushed the filament that's in there right now, it should, yeah, extrude. Boom, not a problem. You can see it kind of coming out at the end there, but the problem is trying to align into that stupid hole. It's almost impossible. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to get in there. It's gonna be really hard with the camera, but I'm gonna try and do this where you can see it. I'm gonna have to hold. And of course the stepper motor comes loose during this because it's assembled so cheaply. You gotta hold this down so you can separate the roller and this. Of course, this is also cut so poorly that it gets caught on flashing inside. There we go. Now I gotta feed this into here and try and guide the filament in. Okay, I think I'm in the hole on the blue thing. Nope. Okay. I'm into the blue part. Now I just got to get it to push through down to the heat break. And it's in. Okay. Let's just keep that off to the side. Now I got to keep it in the heat break. It's usually easiest if you really get it way far down in there. I got to keep it in there while I put the fan back on, which the fan has to screw into the stepper motor to hold the whole thing together. Actually threaded in, is that? Yeah, that is. Okay, so let's pull. Try getting this one in. I think that's actually in. We may have successfully changed the filament. Yep, there we go. That's a filament change. Oh, man. This thing sucks. I hate it so much. All right, now let's try running through some filament to test extrusion, and I'm going to keep that spool there as close as possible. Get the camera in there so you can see stuff happening. And yep, it is actually extruding. Okay. Cool. The fan shroud needs to go back on there. There we go. Oh, all right. I wonder if that fan still works. Probably not. Let's try something. Home it. All right, all the limit switches work. Let's try doing a print. I'm going to run one of the bits of G-code that are just already in the Octoprint library. There's one for a floppy button, which is for the tiny Pentium. So it's going to start printing it, and we'll see if that actually works. Yeah, well, we got more work to do before we can actually send a new model over to this. So that's we're not going to be printing anything totally new right now. For the moment, though, you should probably be watching this as it gets up to temp. So could not capture snapshots? That's fine, whatever. I don't care. Yeah, so one of the things we're going to have to do next is connect to Octoprint from the computer, which means I'm going to have to download a new version of Slicer, which probably means I should update Octoprint. So we're just going to do a as it sits print test here to make sure that it all will work. And then we're going to have to update the software so that it will work correctly. Turn this light off for the moment. So what it's doing is it's getting up to temperature. If you're not familiar with 3D printer stuff, the heat bed and the hot end are warming up. The hot end's already warmed up since I was using it to do the filament swap. The hot bed's gonna warm up. That warms up pretty quick. But the hot bed is the blue one down there. This print probably won't print super great because now that I'm remembering, this was set up for a What filament was that? I don't actually know what it is. It's some semi-flexible stuff. So this might print pretty terribly with PLA now that I think about it. Maybe this is not the best sample thing to print. Yeah, let's go ahead and cancel that. Do I have something else tiny I can print instead? Cardstand V2. You know what? That would be pretty good. Let's do that. Yeah, I know you got all kinds of errors. I don't care. Just go away. Okay. Alrighty. Switch to Cardstand V3. And print. This one, total print time. I'm sorry, what? 1.5 hours. Cancel. What? There's got to be a short one here. Cardstand V2. Okay, I think V3 might have been panelized Cardstand. Let's see what Cardstand V2 looks like. Try and get that set up so you can actually see what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to pick a file that's already on the Raspberry Pi to print. So it's waiting for the printer to reset, I think, right now. So yeah, it's the estimated print time there, and that can be based off of, most of these things have actually printed, so it's not going to be estimated print times, it's going to actually know how long it took to print. I wish it kind of showed that in that area. Yeah, you can see uploaded 3 years ago, uploaded 3 years ago, 3 years ago. So yeah, I haven't done a whole lot here with this. Key stem, card stand. I'm pretty sure Cardstand 2 is going to be good. Cardstand 2 kind of sucks, but I wouldn't mind having another one of those. Open that. Can we cancel this already here? That was Cardstand 1. All right, Cardstand 2. Estimated print time 25 minutes? Oh gosh, that's awful, but we can cancel it in the middle. Push comes to shove. So, all right, let's watch the temps. Oh, homing. The bed is already up to temp, it seems, so it's going to home because the bed geometry will change as it heats up or not. And while it's doing this, it heats up the hot end. Go ahead and grab this goo hanging off of there. All right, so that's getting up to temperature. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a nice view here of what's going to happen. Yeah, nozzle cam. Yeah, I might actually at some point. So I have the Raspberry Pi camera. This. I wouldn't mind putting it on the hot end. That might be cool. All right, here we go. As long as the filament doesn't snap, this print should work. The filament snapping is a very real possibility because I think it's super brittle now. But this print is designed for this thing, for this filament. This thing's kind of fast. I have it tuned in more for speed than anything else. Since I do structural, functional prints, I don't try and make it pretty. See, just back after wandering around, did you get your settings? So I haven't done any settings type stuff. Could you get your old settings from commented G-code? Might be in there if the slicer added it. That's an interesting idea to check. I still have all, so I think I have all my old settings. I just don't have access to them here. I will have to grab them from home. So, oh, thank you, S. Marcel, for subscribing for 2 months. See, Hype, how are you all? I'm doing well. I'm happy that this thing is living, it seems. So wouldn't an aluminum PEI sheet help with speed too, since it's lighter and the print should wobble less? So this is aluminum with a PEI sheet on it. I have cork underneath to stabilize the temperature of the bed. My printer heat bed stays like rock solid temperature because of that. The only temperature it loses is, why is it wobbling so much? It should bridge pretty well. I had that fairly well dialed in. The filament might have degraded, but it should work. Although that stringing stuff that's getting caught up into there, oh gosh, that's not good. It may not bridge all that great because of that. Well, we'll find out. Yeah, it is actually printing. The filament hasn't snapped yet. I keep getting it some slack. This section here looks pretty terrible, though. Like, it's got some kinks in it. So it could break. Like, that's a little oddly shaped for filament there. Not thrilled with how many actual bends there are there. Yeah, it's going. So for the record, I can actually show you what it's printing, because I think I have one over here. Should. Oh, that's right. That's Cardstand V2. I don't think I have a Cardstand V2. Well, I can show you V1 and V3. So Cardstand V2 is a version of this. That has an opening at the bottom. Cardstand V3 is printed flat like that, and it's rounded so that warping doesn't make a difference. Yeah, so that's what this is. I have published the STLs for this on GitHub, so if you want this, you can go print one. I get asked about these in every single video they're in, but I don't want to like reply to comments every single time everyone asks about one. They work very well for display stuff. So this is V2. This kind of sucks. Ooh, that would be a good one. You know what? I could probably add that right now. Yeah, I have Nightbot open. I can just add this. See, oh yeah, my pull request for VCS on the for fixing the stuff was accepted. It was merged into master. So VCS works again now. If you clone the raw VCS repository, it works. So let's see, where am I at? Go to my profile. Boom. Copy. Nightbot. Command. GitHub. Boom. Submit. There you go. GitHub now works. So assuming a stream keeps on going for another hour, I get to see if my internet can handle streaming on both mobile phone and Roku. Well, it's probably going to go for another hour. Yeah, that looks terrible. I really wish I could print a Cardstand V3, but since I panelized it, it won't work well. Man, I feel like I got one of these around here somewhere. Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, so Cardstand V2 always sucked. Okay. If anything, it almost looks better. Here's what this is going to be. I found one. So I was trying to get it to 2-point because some of V1, when I would print these, would warp and it would rock back and forth. So V2 was supposed to be 2-legged to fix that. So yeah, and this slot here, that's actually really important. So that was weird. And also, for the record, because there's definitely going to be people who don't have no idea what I'm talking about here. This thing goes onto the end of a PC card like that so that it can stand. That's all this is. And I use this for videos so that I can stand up cards to get shots of them. So like when I do a video about VGA capture stuff, I'll have something like that. So, yeah. Hey, why do you have to tempt fate? What do you, oh, hold on. Speaking of which, it's been a while since streaming PC's crashed, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I'm kind of not touching it right now. I'm feeling slightly optimistic about this. Oh, also, hello, Leia 84. Didn't see you popped in there. Let's see, for my own insanity, I'm curious here. Nope, alerts are still not working. Weird. See, is this the same video printer from video a while back? Yes, it is. From quite some time ago now, actually. Yeah, it's the exact same 3D printer I've always had. One of these days, I want to replace it with a Core XY printer that's built from aluminum extrusion profiles. I haven't decided which one, but that is exactly what I want. Aluminum extrusion profile, none of this acrylic garbage. And I want it to be that because I want it to be built into a standard ecosystem that I can get new parts for without like having proprietary stuff. So yeah, love your Core XY. Yeah, see, that's what I want. I want Core XY. I want Core XY and I want Bowden because I don't print flexible stuff. So the rigid filament would be fine in there. So yeah. One of the first streams you did involve this? Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was printing the key stems, I think. It was either the key stems or the tripod clip. That tripod clip lived on in another design, actually. See, I can grab that real quick. I don't know if I have the tripod clip handy. That one was good, too. It was useful for a while. Oh, it almost sounded like the filament broke there. Let's see, where did that go? I need my monopod, but it's kind of buried. Yeah, I can't get to it. But yeah, I guess I've done 2 streams with this printer, actually. So this is the 3rd time I've streamed this printer. It's kind of hilarious. Oh, man. Maybe a Voron to stay not proprietary. I will have to look into that. The other thing is that the printers are really expensive. So, yeah. I'm not just gonna buy one to just see how it goes. I'm gonna do agonizing research, and I gotta buy a camera and a capture card and then build out a new computer for these streams still. So yeah, printer's a very long ways off. So this stupid Anet's gotta live for a little while longer. As frustrating as it is. I'm really tempted to get one of those like 5-kilogram spools and then build a dry box to put it in so that I can have it next to the printer and always loaded so I never have to do a filament change. The filament changes are a nightmare on this thing, as you saw. Yeah, Arizona, Fontario. I know exactly what you mean. I'm in Mesa. So, yeah. Very hot. Kind of sucks. On the upside, if you print ABS, you can just take your printer outside and just, there's your heated enclosure. See, the second SK tank is a beast. The name is appropriate, is literally built like a tank. You can physically stand on top of it while it's printing and keep going. Frames not flex at all. That's nice. Now you're talking about these old streams. I can recall the places I was in. I've seen this printer coast to coast now. That's funny. I'm curious to compare the old print to this new print here. The settings are the same. It's the exact same spool of filament. To let you guys know how little I've used this printer, I've only ever depleted one spool of filament. That's it. And I've used this gray filament, well, not the most, but the second most. I did a bunch of black prints with this stuff at first, but I don't really like the black stuff. I like the gray so you can see the stuff about it. And I will probably re-buy gray after this one. Actually, I should probably buy gray right now because this filament's garbage. It should be getting close to done here. You can see how much it has left to go. So I wish that flexible filament had worked out for belts. Yeah, that would be amazing. I didn't ever buy the expensive stuff, so maybe Ninja Flex would work better, but yeah, it just didn't hold up. It delaminated. I think part of the problem is that there's oil in those mechanisms and it just kind of like seeps all over and the oil gets into the filament and just wrecks it. Yeah. I'm approximately at the same latitude as either Chicago or Seattle, but I'm closer to Michigan. Ah, okay. You know what? This might be... I don't know why it's going so slow, because it's all perimeter now. I was thinking this might have been an older variation. I made one of these short. And I couldn't remember which version this was now, but I think it's just finishing it. Let me see here. I might be able to grab my old software here really quick. What was I using? Slicer? Oh my gosh, I think I was using an app image of Slicer. Ew, gross. But it's only 24 megabytes I might have to download. This might work. Oh, there we go. Finished. Yeah, so this is a different version than my initial one. This is custom G-code I added. So it will back the bed up so that you can't get to the part until the bed cools off. And then once the bed hits the target temperature so that it'll be easier to grab, it'll pull forward. So, Commander Keen, thank you for the tier 1 sub for the 2nd month. See, my subtle hits it and give it away. I live in Canada. So for me, the fact that my Mac purchases are... okay. Hello, Commander Keen. I don't know if you saw, I think you did the issue on VCS on the GitHub repository, and I put up a PR for that. And then in the last stream, I actually put up a PR to fix some other issues. The last end of the stream, or the last error from the end of the stream on Wednesday turned out to be an issue with VCS, and I got a fix for that published. So, let's see, slower due to min layer time. I'm not too sure about that. See, I didn't have to do the PR myself. Yeah, that's totally fine. He opened the issue, which helped. It was a good reminder. So I appreciate just that. See, it doesn't take too long for it to cool down here. See, I forgot to finish my thought I was going to say. I'm glad I got them for that price since our money isn't worth as much. It's weird how close, but not quite the same Canadian dollars are to US dollars. It's weird. The one time I was in Canada for LTX and I was trying to negotiate something, I was realizing that I was kind of under bidding. um, and then had to realize that I was actually willing to pay more because I was thinking US dollars, which was really weird and kind of funny. I'm not used to foreign currency exchange type stuff. So this is a very simple print. I could probably just, yeah, yoink that off. Don't have to wait for it to cool. So let's go ahead and investigate this just real quick here. So I think I can turn off the light, which is gone slack. That's nice. Let's tighten that back up. So you personally can't imagine not having a 3D printer at home. It was very useful to fix our stuff. Yeah, I'm probably taking this home not because of the utility, but because I don't trust it to run at the office while I'm not here. So here's the old one. Here is the new one. They are slightly different variations. It looks like I just did a scale X and Y, or, well, I mean, hopefully I did, and it's not like something completely wrong. But I think I did. This has a brim. We can peel that off real quick. I don't know why I put a brim on there. Oh, maybe because I was printing it vertically and it would fall off. That would make sense. So, there was some stringing, unfortunately, but I think that was more because I was doing the filament change there and it was kind of garbage. So, yeah. So I know that prices in dollar lower in euro browsing eBay, but that is without tax. For machine and filament that has sat idle for a lengthy time, it's decent looking print. Part of that is because I really well dialed in this setup. So I'm kind of hoping that I can resurrect all of my stuff for this, because yeah, I spent a lot of time on that. But let's give it the ultimate test here. See if it'll hold up a card, because it's a functional print. It's meant to do a job. And that would be a yes. So that works. That's a thing that now exists that I own, which is the thought that I have for everything that I 3D print, why I don't like to just 3D print junk that sits around. These are actually useful. So that's nice. And there we go. So the printer works, and I can go ahead and peel this off. I always do a purge loop. I find that is extremely beneficial. So how does it hold a GPU that's big up? Well, let's find out. How about the 960 I took off? Here is the tiny stand, and that one collides with the second thing. And that one does too, so we'll just do that. It stands just fine. A 3-wide GPU may not do that, but I could design it to fit if I really wanted to. But yeah, I'm not that worried about it, because usually I'm holding up ISA cards or, you know, PCI cards. PCIe is the exception. So, but all right. I'm concerned about trying to do it, but I think we're going to have to, because I now need to get some software going. So I think I'm going to try and do the capture for the laptop. Yeah. See, most of the weight will be on the bracket on triple slot anyway. Last slot is just fans. Yeah, but some triple slot cards are triple slot and that the shroud extends out, but they don't actually put the third slot on, and then the cooler can like add weight and it'll tip forward. So it is valid to want a stand for that. I don't mean to denigrate the question, but it's not as not as relevant to me, so I haven't looked into it. Okay. Print bed got down to the temp to eject the thing. So yeah, that worked. I'm very happy with that result. Now to try and get software going. Not looking forward to this. But we'll see how it goes. So first it'll try the app image for Slicer and see if that works. And then, oh boy, I'm not I'm not sure how well this is gonna go. I think I saw this was 120, or I think I know the IP address is what I'm trying to say for the printer, so I should be able to send it over the network. Now let's see. Slicer app image. Okay, let's go to laptop and capture and see how this goes. Welcome to Slicer Configuration Assistant. Okay, G-code flavor, rep wrap, Marlin, sure. Bed size, it's 200 by 200, I think. It might be 220, but we'll just go 200. Nozzle diameter, I think it's 0.4, but honestly it's probably 0.5 by now because I've never changed it. Diameter of your filament is 1.175 or 1.75. Let's see, temperature, sure, 200. I'm hopefully going to change this. Bed temp, 60. Is it still alive? Okay, hasn't crashed yet. See, my 21-inch iMac was 90, but the upgrades were over 250. Ouch. All right, finish. There's Slicer. Okay. Now, I have this, profiles. This is all the stuff that I actually need to configure for Slicer. So, I need to figure out how to launch... Wait, do I have a... Hold on here. Do I have like a really smart thing that shows... No, I think that links to the desktop. No, close, go away. Oh, jeez. Yes, terminate application. Okay. Let me figure out, excuse me, where Slicer creates its config. Is it just .slicer? It is. And perfect. So if I close Slicer and I just symlink it to that, then I think it'll work. So let me go up, slicer.local, and then I'm going to symlink this here. I'm going to rename this .slicer, but it's 3R. Boom. And we'll relaunch it. You couldn't see that, but I did the things that I described out loud. So let's see if this works. Welcome to configuration. It looks like it didn't take. Where'd that go? Oh, what did I do? I did bad things. Profiles. Oh man, okay, hold on. Oops. You can still hear me, right? Yeah, okay, the thing fell down. Desktop capture is not full screen in OBS? What do you mean? I see things on the right. Oh, jeez. It's so easy for it to become misaligned. Unfortunately, I think you're going to see things on the left now, too. I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't work correctly here. Yeah, no. Stupid OBS. Oh, that's the HUD. I don't want to try and scale that. Great. Laptop HDMI. Yeah, it doesn't snap for some reason. Oh well, that's that's over. That'll work. See, what's it called? Studio display 21-inch Trinitron. I have one of those that I need to get working. Blah. What is going on? What is the directory here? Hold on. It's local filament thingamajig. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Okay. Close this. Delete that, yes. And I need to link this. Dot. There we go. Perfect. Now we have all the stuff. Print setting PLA for my that. I have my gray PLA, my Anet A8 as the thing. I think settings, printer settings. I think this might even be the wireless one. Yep, here we go. So let's set it to 12.120. I think that was the IP address. Test. Connected to Octoprint works correctly. Excellent. DOS Gamerman, we are trying to set up 3D printer. And I think I actually got it here with my old settings. So I'm going to be able to do a 3D print, I think. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back to my old 3D printer folder, wherever it went. Here we go. 3D printer. Let's go to projects. What was? I think it was OpenSCAD for the card stand. We got a lot of OpenSCAD stuff. Oh man. Let's see. I actually need more of that. Do I have the stuff here for this? Where did that end up? Let me go look for something really quick. I'll be right back. Really need to get a 3D printer sometime. Could have fixed a mouse wheel instead of buying a new one. Yeah, they're super handy. I just want to see if I have a container of some stuff here. Or if that's still in storage or where. I have no idea where it's ended up, actually. I don't think I've seen it in a long time. A little concerned at how little of a clue I actually have of where it might be. No, it's not in the office. Okay, so the fridge magnet thing is kind of worthless to print right now because I need magnets to put into the print while it's going. It's kind of hilarious. It's the one thing I've designed where I've given it out to a couple of people and they're like, I want more of these. They're actually fought over amongst the people I've given them to. They always want more of them, and I don't know where all the parts I need to print more of them are, so I'm gonna have to buy some of those. It's a really simple thing. You know when you're microwaving something and you gotta like open the door and stir it and put the thing back in? So this is just a little magnet that holds a full Tang utensil to the microwave. So it can hang off of the side of the microwave without like resting on the ground and getting your gross, disgusting food stains onto the countertop. You can just hang the fork or spoon or whatever up above, and that's it. That's all it does. It's really, really simple. But yeah, I need magnets so it can actually attach to the side of the microwave. I need to install a couple of things here. Sudo apt install OpenSCAD. Is it in? Oh my gosh, it is actually in the repo. Okay, let's do okay, and then I will install Mesh Lab after this so that I can see what the STLs look like. See, I buy used stuff and fix it up, so I bought another 2013 Death Adder for parts, fixing my friend's G703 as well. That's a good idea. I've considered at times trying to do that with vintage computer stuff, buying broken things on eBay, getting it working, taking better pictures of them and reselling them, but I've just ended up keeping them, so I'm bad. All right, so now I got all the stuff I need. Let's see, card holders. You know what, we can print a card V3 here. Let's try that. It's been a little while. Yeah, Cardstand V3.stl. Let's open with Mesh Lab. Bingo. Go ahead and remember that. Perfect. So that is Cardstand V3. I don't know why Mesh Lab's wigging out with the UI, but there's that. So let's just drop that into Slicer. Boom. Okay. So we're going to rotate this on the x-axis 90 degrees. Rotate around x 90. Okay, now we're going to rotate around x 180 because we want to have as little mirror or bridging as possible. 180. Okay. So we have the lip going up over there. Infill 200%. Oh man. I'm gonna not change any of that because I think that's correct. What's super fine? Yes. Well, let's go PLA and just hope for the best. Let's try sending this to the printer and see what happens. Send to printer. Card stand single. Okay. We'll go back to cams and we'll see if this updates correctly. Cardstand V2 single right there. Should be warming up the bed. It is. You guys can't see because the thing's on, but there's a little bit of blue right there. It is heating up. So this should start. So hopefully this works. I don't know if I have a good reason to update Slicer, because it already connects wirelessly. The profiles are there. I don't know if they'll be compatible with newer versions. Do I just call this done? What are the reasons I would update? This is a machine. It does a job, and if the job it does is good, then what's the reason to change anything? See, someone, all right, thanks, see you later, Arizona Fontario. Let's see, get lost a screw, took it apart. Let's see, there's sonic brackets, basic USB mouse too. Interesting. See, you bought a pine sill last year. It's held up great. Is that like one of those TPM 100 type soldering irons? I keep meaning to play around with one of those so I can have an idea of what a more typical enthusiast soldering iron is, because, you know, I use a crazy expensive Metcal, which is just ridiculous. Because I kind of want to have one just to experience with. And then there's the USB powered ones that you could power the battery bank, kind of insane. I would love to have something like that so I could solder in the field or at home. That would be bananas. Yeah, that sounds exactly like what I'm looking for there, Cody. So maybe at some point. Yeah. So how long does this say it's going to take to print? I didn't think to look at that. What was the layer height? Layer height 0.3 millimeters. I can't remember what that means. It's been so long since I've 3D printed that has lost all meaning to me. That is unfortunate. TS100, okay. Clone, but far better out of the box if you get one flash with the latest Iron OS firmware. All right. Amazon sent me a replacement Weller iron for soldering station by mistake once. Oh, interesting. Hago 951 knockoffs are great. Let's see, melted solder, which is already ahead of the cheap irons. See, power mine off of the barrel jack, made silicone cable out of tattoo gun cable for it, and I can plug it up to 12-volt battery bank if needed. See, that's exactly what I'm looking at, kind of thing. Ryobi battery, interesting. But that's something I wouldn't mind, like, having in my car. You know, it's like, oh no, wire to this thing broke, you know, just resolder it. Or at home, although I have a second Metcal and I keep it at home. I have not used it once since I've moved, so I should probably just bring it back to here. Then I have a garbage iron at home. Regular digital Weller soldering station. I've used a couple of those. I'm spoiled with the Metcal, so everything that's not a Metcal seems not good to me. Because the Metcal has the insane advantage of being such a small tip to handle ratio, because most soldering irons are like that, but the Metcal brings it so close that when you're soldering, you can get like right down there. You are on the part. So everything else just seems not as good to me. And it doesn't help that I have a little bit of like natural shake. I can't stay totally level. So it really does help for me. All right, I'm gonna get this in there because this is about to start printing again. This will be a different print, and it should print a lot faster because this is going to be flat. Is it not extruding? What? There we go. Oh yeah, that's the right one. I think I can get the camera in there closer. Or it might actually be better off to the side and then lower. There we go, that's the view. Oh, that pattern and sound is so familiar to me now. I remember I printed a lot of these. Oh man, see, how long is the tip to handle? My pace is about 40 millimeters. Well, let's find out. It's very, very short. About 30 to 32. So yeah, very, very short. So you can hear what the 3D file looks like. Yeah, pretty much. If these settings are what I think they are, these are highly optimized for this printer, and it should kind of fly through this. See, print time, it doesn't have a print time left, but it should be pretty fast. Switch to silent drivers. I don't mind the sound of it doing work. It's kind of pleasant, but if I were, I kind of wish, this is the other thing, I would really like to DIY from scratch a Core XY aluminum extrusion printer, so I could choose all the things like that. I don't necessarily need it to be silent, but I know that those can have better control, so you end up with like less ringing and that kind of stuff, those silent drivers, so. I might actually be better off with putting the camera over here. There's less stuff on this side. I don't think there's anything going on the laptop. Feels really good to have this thing printing again. I do miss it. I just wish I had more uses. It's really getting in there now. See, by the way, you might want to consider printing a circular fan duct, help a lot with my cooling, bridging, etc. All that works out really well for me. You're going to see this is a part that I can actually just show you here. So this part bridges internally in there like that to leave a slot, and it'll work pretty well on here. The way I did this, it all works out. There's a lot of things you can optimize like that, and if it's good enough, I just don't care. I don't want to constantly be replacing different parts and having to, oh my gosh, I can't remember what the Greek philosophy thing is. The ship of Theseus or whatever, 3D printer. It just, if it works, I'm gonna leave it. So, but I do appreciate the advice, trying to be helpful. I do appreciate that. This is like watching paint dry. I'm sorry, Helen Croft. Yeah, normally my streams are a little more entertaining. Let's see. Let's do this. You know what? Let's go back to capture. Bring up the laptop. Do that. I keep meaning to do some kind of setup for this where you can actually like see stuff. You're perfectly entertained, Cody. Let's see. Watching paint dry, my favorite. Quite like it. Nice and chill. Well, okay, so let's do this then. I will leave it back at that. But in the bottom right here, I'm going to try and remember how to do OpenSCAD, which is going to be a minor existential crisis because it's been so long. Right, new folder. Oh, this is going to be brutal. I need to do 3.5, 3.5, drive. What is it examining? Okay, 3.5 drive holder. You're watching things print while watching things print? Oh, you know what? I should bring this over to the actual local file system, not there. Somewhere in here, though, I have a utility directory with a bunch of, like, files that I would use a bunch. Or are those individual? You know what? Maybe not. I think it might be shapes. So I'm going to grab the drive holder and my shapes, and I'm going to bring them over here. And then maybe I'll start working on that. So you want more? See, well, I can watch my 3D printer print for hours, kind of like a cat watching one of those clothes dryers with the clear window. Yeah. It's very satisfying to see the work that you put into a model or tuning your settings come to fruition. So I totally understand that. I'm gonna make a new folder, CAD. All right, let's try and do this. No, I copied them into the directory because I'm an idiot. Okay, I will delete shapes and drive holder. Boom, and I'm gonna go ahead and close the remote connection so this will stop sucking. And dismiss all these. I think it's almost done. Might be on the top layer even. Oh, that's looking fantastic. Let's see. Okay, I want to look at the shapes examples. Oh yeah, I got some good stuff in here. So OpenSCAD. See, I just tried my first raft and pleased with the first layer after the raft. Looks really good. Interesting. I've never tried a raft, so I actually have no experience with that at all. Glad to see the print looks really good. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop it off here because it's pretty simple. So let's take a look. What are the issues? So there's some minor gap right there on the top layer. We have what looks like almost little rivets from the infill not going all the way correctly, but overall it's not bad considering this filament is garbage at this point. But yeah, you can see if I put this up here, you can see through it. The bridging is so clear. So way up. Actually, I should just tip the camera. Actually, let's tip it towards one of these. So there you go. No down hangs in the bridging section because this is hollow. It goes all the way through. See it on both ends. It's no hangs. Oh, that looks so square. That's really excellent. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That looks good. I can grab the card. It'll hold up the card. I know it will. So I'll just go ahead and pop that in there. Oh, that feels... This version is so much better than the other version. It's not even a competition. This one, absolutely incredible. Yeah. See, I read somewhere that it is a good thing to do bake the filament to drive out the moisture. Yes, it definitely would be. The thing is I could do that, but just look how little filament there is left on this. There's really not much. I could probably find the core if I push that down enough. So it's not worth it. Plus, I'm gonna have to take it home, and I don't have an oven that I would be, let's say, permitted to put the filament into. And it probably doesn't go low enough anyway. So I'd have to go to Goodwill and find like a small oven that I could use just for that. So yeah, I am quite pleased with the turnout of that. So yeah, I'd say this thing is operational again. So what do we want to do here? So first off, this is OpenSCAD. So you can see this. This is one of my like prefab designs here. You can provide a shape with, I'm trying to remember how this works. Actually, I think you provide an XY. So if I make this like 20, there's an F5. There we go. Is that the duration or the angle? Or is that the height? I don't even remember now. Let's see. 40. F5. Ooh, what is that? That says radius. So, okay, so let's say 90. No, that's definitely not radius. What on earth is that? Huh. Okay, well, one of the things I've done in the past for my models is to create a bunch of prefabbed, like little quick shapes that I can use here. So one thing, Stadium, I do remember how this one works. So if I do shape underscore Stadium, 20 is the radius, the height, let's say, is 10, and then the A length area kind of thing, let's make it 40, F5 that. So we'll get like a long round oval type thing. So it was one of those. This is the power of OpenSCAD. OpenSCAD is like C that ends up creating models. It's really nice. I like programming a model. I feel like for functional stuff it works extremely well. And then the other thing is that you can include these files. So these shape files, you can include them into other designs. So I do this, and then I can use these to build up something else to make it work out even easier. And then, let's see, I have a more complicated one here. Panel interlock. Did I actually? Oh my gosh, that's right, I did that. This one's super duper complicated. I was trying to make a fastener-free design. So this is meant to be something that you can press two pieces together to have them snap in place. So you press it in on the Z axis. I'm trying to remember how you pan in this. I don't know. Right click. So you'd press it down perpendicular to the surface. But yeah, it's let's see. Print more of them so you can give all the cards one. Oh man, I'd have to print so many. I have so many ISA PCIe cards. Ooh, man. See, use cheap food dehydrator. Ooh, that's interesting. Put more rings you can put at the base of the dehydrator lid, make them room enough to stick a spool film on. That's interesting. See, I love OpenSCAD. It took me a while to wrap my brain around the concept of coding a design as opposed to drawing it, but once I grokked that, oh man, you can do some amazing things. Yes, exactly. I've only used FreeCAD. I've tried to use FreeCAD. I think I got it closer. I was a little better at it the last time I used FreeCAD, but I have a really hard time with FreeCAD. So yeah, always wanted to try it OpenSCAD. Had no time until now. I highly recommend OpenSCAD. It's really nice. Let's see, Tombstone. This one I think is like a half stadium. There's no real reason to look at that. Wedge, this one was complicated. Yeah, so this one was to simplify. So if I do wedge, you provide, if I remember correctly, oh, I don't know what those are. X1, let's do 10, 10, 5, 5. Is that it? No. Then there's X2. Ooh, man. Let's see. This. Nope, not enough. Warning unknown module wedge. Oh, shape underscore wedge. F5. That wasn't enough. Let's go with 5 and 5. There. Okay. That's strange. 0. Okay. 0. But what's the depth? How do you set depth? Anyway, this one was meant for creating... Oh, these are points. Ah. That's really complicated. I don't remember how to use this one, but this was for simplifying, creating like trapezoid shapes. Yeah, I need to relearn all my stuff here. FreeCAD has an OpenSCAD mode built in? Is that new? I need to look into that. That sounds excellent. So I've used Fusion 360 switch FreeCAD when I moved to Linux, and it works well for me. Yeah, I never ever used Fusion 360 because I was kind of, well, I'm always going to be super against cloud-only software. That's just a non-starter for me. If what you are providing to use for your hardware is cloud-based, I'm not going to touch it. So yeah. See, I tend to use FreeCAD because I had a SolidWorks class in college. The way it works was similar enough for me to be able to pick it up easily. Yeah, I just haven't had that kind of experience. I have a degree in programming, so I think it makes sense that I would gravitate towards the programming one of these. Oh my gosh, why is this so complicated if it's a triangle? What? Oh, it's a hollow triangle. Oh, that's super complicated. Yeah, okay. I know what this module is for now. This was for a really complicated design I made. I have it right here. That model was, or that file is for making this. I wanted a minimal viable structural frame to build a, man, I put this together really weirdly. I wanted a tilt table. So I wanted it to have this truss kind of thing here. So this can go like this, and then this hooks into this motor, and you can set the amount of tilt by picking which hole you put the little rod into, and then this goes into the stand down here. And that holds it all together. It's kind of friction fit. It's supposed to be tight, but it's not supposed to be that tight. I might have it upside down or something. But anyway, you get the kind of idea. So if I leave it unlocked here, the motor will tip this back and forth. And the idea was I could power the motor, and I think it's just like, you know, I etched into it 1.5 volts, so it can be powered off of a battery. The idea was that I would put a metal tray on this with isopropanol in it, and then this was my cheapo version of an ultrasonic cleaner. I put my Voodoo 5 in there with a isopropanol mix to try and get the capacitor leakage off of the card, because there were capacitors right next to the VSA 100 GPU chips, and I assumed some of the electrolytic fluid got under those, and I wanted that gone, and I couldn't just like drain a bunch of isopropanol over it. So I designed this to rock it back and forth, and it worked well, actually. So But yeah, this is what the triangle truss, so this is like a really complicated model to design here. If you don't have, like, I think SolidWorks has like a simplify feature where you can have the model reduced to the minimal components, but I didn't have that kind of thing, so I wanted this to just be that. But yeah, that's what that is. So worked well. So yeah, KiCad is brilliant. Yes, it is. It is very much. Not for this kind of thing though. Yeah, there's that. Now I'll flat pack that later. Yeah, that's the other thing, is I try to always design my models to be like flat printable, or I really design them to work with the printer, not against it. So, okay, let's see, what should we do next? Because the printer's working. I don't know if I want to try and design the thing that I want to make right now, because I really don't remember how to use any of my CAD software at this point. I'm going to have to relearn a lot of it here. I'm concerned about trying to update anything, because I don't know if it'll break it. One thing we could do is we could attach the camera right now, I guess. I don't know if this ribbon cable still works. It got kind of munched in the move. I don't know if that's good anymore. This sucked buying this long one too. This was the maybe we can try putting it on. That's easy enough. I guess the Raspberry Pi boots off of an SD card. Let me shut it all down and see how big the SD card is. Maybe I could just write a disk image of it, or make a disk image of it, and then I can update it without worry. And if it messes everything up, then I can just revert it. So let's see. I don't have F11. You can actually, if I hold. Here we go. No, not open link. Do it here. Not download image. Exit full screen. There we go. And I will shut down. Boom, boom. Okay. So let's see. At work we have to use Mentor graphics for PCB. FreeCAD has a KiCad plugin. Well, that's pretty sweet. I will have to look into that. Actually, have I? I think I've tried using KiCad exporters for it. So you can just export your Octoprint config, get everything back after updating. Okay, well, that's good to know. Let me just real quick though pull out the, where is the SD card? Oh, it's under. I just want to see how big it is. I'll unplug it from power. So I don't know what capacity I put in this. It is a 32 gig card. That's kind of overkill. That would be a huge disk image as well. I could G-zip it in real time, but I don't think I want to run that right now. I might actually be taking this home today, so I don't know. Oh, it's going to be fun to plug in upside down. There we are. All right, let me plug the camera in. We'll see if that works. So camera, my mount for it's apparently broken. Not too surprised. That move was really rushed. Camera has a ribbon cable that goes to it. This camera's just like okay. I think it's like 1080p 30. Really hoping they'd get like a nice high resolution one, because I at one point wanted to try making thrifting videos using a Raspberry Pi camera with a Pi Zero built into a hat as my own like stealthy version of that, because I don't really, the stealth glasses are really expensive. That's basically it. Yeah. All right, let's see if this works. It would also be nice if this could be better, because then I could like integrate it into live streaming. Although I can't live stream the 3D printer if I take it home. I'm not sure what I want to do. Not sure. What is overall, what is people's opinion of live streaming 3D printer stuff? I wouldn't actually, you know what, I can make a poll, can't I? Let's do that. Because I'm genuinely curious. Let's see. Manage poll. Let's see, new poll. Tech Tangents goes thrifting would be awesome. Yeah, I know, people would definitely like it. It's just making the stealth camera is kind of a thing. Let's see, question. Do you enjoy 3D printer streams? I might actually make one of these. I'll make this right now because we're doing this stream, but I wouldn't mind knowing what people thought about like software development streams as well. Yes. No. Okay. We'll do, I'm going to let it run for 10 minutes. Why not? Doesn't really matter. Okay, there we go. Whoa, what did I do? Oh, I just have like a separate thing? Huh, okay. I'll let that run and show that there. Okay. Let's see. Tech Tangents goes live thrifting. Now that I definitely wouldn't do. It would be very boring and it would be mostly driving. So, yeah. The secret to thrifting is not to, get one of those touchscreen enclosures so it won't break again. You know what? Helencroft, actually, I wouldn't mind trying to print one of those. I bet it would take forever to print, so I don't think I'm going to do it on stream. But I think I might print one. Because I need something to use up the rest of this filament, because this filament's garbage. And that is useful, but not super structural. So, maybe, let me look at that. Oh my gosh, what do I want? Like, people still use Thingiverse? I know people hate Thingiverse, but I don't know if they like stopped using it. Thingiverse. Let's see. There's some great Pi touchscreen enclosures out there. Check printables. That sounds familiar. Printables. I think that's a new one people hate less. I'm going there. I'm going there. Say no to Thingiverse? Yes. Okay, here we go. Also, the mic is getting yoinked down into the shirt again. Yeah, because whatever I find will probably take forever to print. So I don't think I'll do it today. Let's see. RPi LCD. I'll just search for that. There's probably like an official name for this, isn't there? My internet says it doesn't like this. Oh yeah, we're trying to see if the camera works. Control, actually connect to the server. Control. Ah, we have webcam. Yeah. So there is that. So excellent. And you know what? I think I can do. 168.12.120, but not comma 120. Boom. Oh no, I don't remember what the thing is. Slash control. Is it slash? There's a way that you can get to just the webcam. I don't remember what it is. Is it just slash webcam? Webcam. Not found. There's a URL, Octoprint. Let me look that up. Octoprint. Webcam stream URL. Okay. See, webcam is on port 8080. Is that also just search? You just go to the same thing, but 8080. 8080. That did it. Why is it upside down? Oh well, that'll work, whatever. So now, if I go to do this, laptop, capture, now, of course it's over there. There, you can see webcam updating live. So that's not bad. It looks like it's really dirty. Can I clean that? Oh my gosh, it's such a tiny little pinhole lens. Do I have any Q-tips? That's what it would take. I think I am fresh out of Q-tips, actually. I can try just the t-shirt. Well, I made it worse. Oh, is that the white balance? Wow, that is some extreme white balance. Actually, I think that did make it better. It still kind of sucks, but oh well. Let's see. Let's try and get it down low where it can see some stuff. There we go. That's almost workable. The real answer is to have it in the back, because there's less extruder in the way there. Clean camera turns everything green. Yeah, really. But so, okay, that'll work. I like that. All right, let's go back to cams. So why is it upside down? Because the module's mounted upside down in Octoprint. I did actually have it set to be correct, so that looks correct there. So if I recall, there's a checkbox in Octoprint config that will flip the image vertically. Yes, I did that. You can see that there, but thank you for letting me know about that. Okay, so what am I doing here? I'm going to printables to see if there is an LCD mount. Let's see, what am I, printables. There's the tab. Okay, their website seems like it kind of sucks, unfortunately. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to check on the poll, because I was curious what people thought of that. So the majority do of the 20% of the people who are watching who voted. So, all right. All right, I don't normally like to just stream people's web pages, but this is going to be kind of what I'm doing. So let's just take a look here, see what we can find. All right, so search for RPI LCDs. My internet sucks again, and their website seems to be like all Ajax stuff, so it's not loading super great here. Let's look at 25 more. I need to find a thing for this particular LCD, and it's like that one. Oh, okay. Oh, gosh, this microphone's driving me absolutely crazy. Otaku No Podcast, thank you for the Prime sub. I will look at that. Helen Croft, let me do this, because I'm going to have to open it on here. I've been meaning to do that for a while now. Ah, okay. I did actually add this as well. So if you don't know what a Prime sub is, you can see that. Also, Horse Taco, thank you for the 100 bits. Sending other people money makes me feel less bad about buying myself fun toys to play with. You just bought another Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. And here I am saving up for one. Oh man, that's hilarious. Oh, wow. Yeah, let me grab that, Hellcroft. Thank you. Oh, that's a second one. Okay, I'll open those both here. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, okay, we are doing another hype train, it seems. Okay. Thank you, Commander Keen, for the 250 bits. But yeah, that is a hilarious, Horse Taco. Okay, what am I looking at here? Alrighty. Let's see. I kind of like both of these. Let me bring the capture back here. I guess I can do this. I'll just have the tabs up there. Let's see. Otaku No Podcast, thank you for the 100 bits. 100 bits to celebrate the resurrection of the Anet A8. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty happy about that. So this printer, or model, has like a little ring thing that you print. Yeah, okay, so there's a front bezel, These pages aren't loading that well. So there's that. This one is like a really weird, complicated, stand thing. And that might actually be better for me because I need a stand, although that one is standing. How is it standing? Is it just because of the thickness of the pie? I'm okay with that. And then this might more intelligently mount the pie upside down so the cables poke up rather than down like mine does. Wish I could see those models, but you know what? Let's just grab that. Oh my gosh, there's a whole lot of models. Whoa. All models. There we go. Oh, of course, I'm gonna have to... Oh, I don't have to sign in. That's really nice. Okay. Home, 3DP, CAD. Okay, save. Oh my gosh, I looked away and you guys have been amazing. Holy moly. Whoa. Okay, give me one moment here. Computer, please. I couldn't even go look at everything. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whoa. So, Cody, thank you for the gift sub. Ohms, thank you for the 10 gift subs. Whoa. Valiant Steed, thank you for the 386 bits. Commander Keen, thank you for the 5 gift subs and then the additional gift sub. Whoa. Okay. Shadow King, the computer that I'm using to do the stream right now barely can do it, and I don't know why it just decided to die right there, but it did. Yeah, wow. I tried to look at the phone for Twitch streaming, and I don't think it'll let me go live while I am live. So it didn't work. I couldn't do it on here, and I'm not signed in on my laptop, so I couldn't do it there either. But whoa, thank you all so much. Define die. I think it literally runs out of memory and then crashes. I didn't actually try and look at RAM consumption in the system monitor. Let me see. Well, it's using only 4.7 gigs. What? Yeah, it says the thing. It has 16 gigs of RAM. It should need 16 gigs of RAM for OBS, but it crashes. All the CPUs are completely maxed out. So, yeah, that's a thing. Whoa, thank you for the 4 gifted subs, Alan Croft. Is that our second level 5 hype train of the stream completed? Wow. Maybe... Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, man. Now I really need to get that SL thing working, so you guys can have the train go by here. But I have to look into how to do that. So now the very important question is, running in 64-bit mode, it should be. But yeah, I need the SL command. I really do. I got to look into the WebSockets thing. I was going to say I feel all fancy having alerts working, but they don't. I don't know why. I'll have to look into that too. They might just work on on the HPZ 820, so I'm going to wait until I have that going to do anything. But yeah, thank you. Wow. Oh, man. Yeah, what am I'm trying to set up, my laptop is like backup stream here. So just give me a quick moment. But yeah, 375G sounds pretty suspiciously 3.57. Oh, hold on, no, it is not. It wasn't saying anything like that. No, it shows it has 16 gigs of RAM accessible. I don't even think they like make a 32-bit version of Ubuntu anymore, do they? But yeah, let me bring that back up again. I'll double check it here. It's using 4.7 gigs. That's what, of 15.6 gigs. So, yeah. Yeah, they do not. I didn't think so. Okay, let me get OBS as a secondary backup on here. Actually, where is it? Is it even in this folder? OBS Studio Local, yeah, that's it. Okay. Boom. Overwrite. I don't think you can overwrite with a rename, can you? Oh, you can. Well, what do you know? Okay. See, OBS is 100% certainly also 64-bit on Linux. Okay, that's good to know. See, I'd use Debian when I installed on an older thing. All right. Okay. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. No. What on earth? I haven't had this bug in so long. On my laptop, I don't think there's almost no, maybe if I go to here, yeah, you can't really see, and I can't, oh, wait. HDMI capture, duh. On the laptop, when I try and click something, it doesn't work, but if I go down, you'll eventually, no, maybe it's not doing the same thing. I don't know. That's really weird. Yeah, I can't click the buttons. I'm gonna try restarting it. So weird. Settings. Now it works. Okay, good. I will get rid of that because I'm gonna log into Twitch. Oh yeah, because the camera died at the stupid HUD's back. There we go. So how long does Twitch say I've been live? Okay, so has the Twitch broadcast managed to stay live this whole time because it dies on the computer, but then I reconnect to it, so it's actually been 2.5 hour stream? Okay, that's cool. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Oh, I am very happy about that. Let's see. Yeah, uptime, channel not live. Yeah, I do have disconnect protection turned on for sure. Okay, so let me do this. Profile, new profile, Twitch. Yeah, Nightbot's completely broken for some reason. I have no idea why. Let's see, base canvas. Let's go with 30 because it'll be broken. Connect to Twitch account. Okay, oh my gosh, that font is so tiny. How is 4K stuff still this bad? The Nightbot is not watching the stream, it seems. Yeah, I don't understand why, because it works. And the Nightbot commands are functioning. Okay, now if the capture PC goes down again, I should be able to use laptop to stream. So there we go. Okay, and that might work out well enough. Yeah. So, okay. Hello, Sherlock Detective. Okay, now I can catch up on stuff here. So there's that model. Oh, Printables is run by Prusa. Oh, that's nice. I did not know that. Let's see. I'm gonna search Raspberry Pi LCD 7. See, hello there. Greets again from the UK. Cool. Hello, Poffley. Let's see. Waveshare LCD. All models loaded. Okay. Well, how did you guys find? Oh, is it because I'm saying RPi? Yeah, search Raspberry touchscreen. Ugh. Why does no one just use RPi? It's so much easier to type. Raspberry. Maybe I'll spell it correctly. Touchscreen. That did work. Okay. Oh, someone made a similar garbage model like I did here. Let me bring this back up. Let's switch over. So we have a couple of options. I do want one that fully goes around it, kind of like that. I don't want it as a tablet though. Ooh, I like the aluminum extrusion thing, but I can't use that. That's interesting. Goes all the way around it. Actually, I kind of really like that one. That's basically the same thing that I have now, but more protective of the LCD. I really like that it goes all the way around it, that there is a rim. And I like that everything is open on the back because I don't feel like changing a bunch of stuff. Is this a different model than mine? Or did they have like some other thing that they printed? Huh. See the files. I don't know, maybe it's just a different model. Weird. But all right, I want to download that. All print files, okay. And save, okay. See, this one has a Pi 4 on the back. Okay. Well, I don't think it'll make a difference. So, yeah. All right, let's go over here. Close OpenSCAD. Slicer's still open, but that's fine. Go ahead and extract this. Okay, what? They're G-code files? Excuse me. Model files. Who wants to download G-code that's useless? Print files are pre-sliced? Yeah, thank you, Otako. I didn't even see that until it was way too late. See, Pi model only makes a difference with enclosed cases that need cutouts. Yeah. So let me get this straight. You get a 3D printer, but you also have to buy a Pi. You can't just print to it like you could a printer. I could, Cody. The reason I'm using the Raspberry Pi is the way that the printer works is that you feed it a stream of serial data that is formatted in the G-code protocol. The printer can run its own G-code interpreter on it, but it's considered to be unreliable. And connecting it to a printer, connecting it to a computer is a little bit smoother. So you connect it to a Raspberry Pi to act as a print server for it, and then you'll use that. So, and I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not, but that is why you generally use a Raspberry Pi for that, because it does make it a little bit easier to manage. So print models, okay. Extract, auto detect subfolder, print. Which one is it? Not that one. That one sucks. Delete that. I don't want G-code. Who wants G-code? Okay, so there's a left, a right, a multi-body. I don't know what that is. Base plate. So is that like that weird thing I was wondering about? So if I get rid of this, but why are these G-code again? Hold on. Model files. I think, hold on. Did I extract the same thing twice? I'm an idiot. I think it's more because the text is really tiny and I can't see any of it. There we go, STLs. Plate, body, body. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's get rid of that. Delete. Drop all these in. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, this is very, very big. Wow. Let's see. Gotcha, that makes more sense. And no, not sarcastic, pretty uninformed about this stuff, sadly. Okay, well, yeah, you gotta learn by asking, so it makes sense. Okay, so this is a lot. I want to rotate 45. Well, wait, hold on. That doesn't have an axis. Oh, no, 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 no. Rotate around Y. Minus 90, because it's always not the direction I think it's going to be. Oh, of course, this time it was. Okay, rotate around Y. 90. Perfect. Okay. Rotate Y minus 90 this time. Minus 90. STL just gave us step files. Okay, so Those could fit there. I think this could all fit. What did I do? Undo. Right click, rotate 45 clockwise. Rotate 45 counter, rotate 45 counter. Boom. 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 It could definitely all fit. I don't know why it keeps moving the whole everything over. Like, just stop it. Like, every time I move this closer over to there, what is the deal? Why? Stop doing that. Because it's hanging off of the print bed. Let's see. Been thinking about getting a printer. Wasn't sure on that stuff. I'm seeing that there are far more options than I can imagine. Yeah, it's been a lot. Put the tall bits facing each other. Well, if I maybe I can. Let's see. Because that makes it really tight on here. I think I might be able to. Seriously, it's driving me crazy with how it keeps moving everything on the bed. Settings, how do I get it to stop doing that? Platter. Preferences. Auto-align parts, no. Eh? Ha ha! There we go. That way the head doesn't have to travel as far. Yeah, for sure. I understand why. Okay, so. Okay. Yeah, that could all work. That could print. I don't know how much filament it's going to take. Probably a bunch. Let's see. Send to printer. Don't start print. I'm going to name it LCD mount. G code. Okay. We are absolutely not starting this because this is going to be like a multi-hour print. And I'm not down for just hanging out with the printer for that long. But I want to see how long it would take. Did it not, like, go over to the printer? Or did it not... LCD mount. There we go. So it's 5 megabytes. That's a big file. There's somehow it can estimate a print time, I swear. Oh, it's way at the bottom. Okay. Cost $2. Ouch. Use filament's about 150 grams. I bet it will work. Print only the base plate thingy. That would work. Yeah, we can do that. So I'm going to do this file. Platter? I thought I could like save a platter. Let's do boom or delete. How do you delete these? Control delete. Oh, okay. Control delete. All right. We'll print this because that should print pretty darn quick. Send to printer. RPi base plate. RPi LCD plate. Okay. I don't think I need that, but it should print pretty quick. Start print. Go. Okay, let's do it. Is it upside down? What do you mean upside down? I don't think it can be upside down. It's flat. Okay, so let's look at temp. Boom. Yeah, okay, there we go. See, can I recommend BitQ as well? Actually, an Ender 3 with upgraded electronics. Interesting. Like better separate motor controls. All right, that's good to know. See, I'm going to get a little greedy here. Actually, I'm not even going to try. I was going to try and embed the printer cam into the stream, but the stream is like held together with duct tape and bubble gum. I don't think I should. The other side isn't flat. Oh, isn't? Oh no! Oh, cancel, cancel, cancel. Wow, okay. Rotate. Round x-axis. 180. That was a very good catch. Thank you, Helen Croft. Wow, yeah, that would have sucked. The office is so cool. It has come together fairly well. It's a bit of a mess in places because I do stuff and then I do other stuff, so I don't get to like clean up all the messes that I would like. But it works out. So let's see. I'm gonna wait here. RPi LCD plate. I think that's what I named it. Yeah. I'm gonna wait until it cancels over here. Yeah. No, it is. It didn't cancel. Cancel. Oh, that's right. It does the like double check. Canceling. Okay. Once it cancels, then I'll send over the other file. But it's going to wait for the bed to heat up, and then it will cancel. So, yeah. Bit of a mess because I do my job. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that file should print. It's going to be a little big. But we'll probably call the stream after that, get it started. And then I might take the printer home and finish it. I don't know. I gotta decide because I don't think it can live here. Because the reality is when I'm here, I'm filming, and I can't have this thing making sound when I'm filming, so it's not acceptable. Oh, but it is really nice to have it back up and running. I didn't pay attention to the results of the poll. Emotes are being delivered to supporters. Okay. Put the printer in another room of the office. Well, yeah, I could do that, but the other thing is I'm not going to be watching it. And when I spend more time at home, so I could start a print overnight and then be able to check on it throughout the night if I really want to. Yeah, I want to not forget about it or something like that. Yeah, there was a poll, I'm a cat, asking about people enjoying the 3D printer streams or not. 24 people said they do, 3 people said they do not. So that means that there could be more 3D printer streams. So maybe I won't take it home, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not sure. What will make the most sense? Oh, I'm running all the stuff on the back end. Oops, that's even worse. Let's do that. See, it's not a good idea to leave the printer alone for a long period of time. Yeah, exactly, Vars. So that's why I don't want to leave it here. Like, I wouldn't start the print for the plates and stuff. Okay, it's ready to go here. I'm gonna start it. Boom. I wouldn't want to, I wouldn't start the rest of the mount print. It took a lot of time because the printer is executing a command that is hold until I reach this temperature, and then it will accept the next command after that. So the Octoprint server sent a command that said, hey, stop, but right now the printer's going, I'm not listening because I'm waiting until I finish preheating. So if I turned the printer off and on, then it probably would have been faster, but yeah. Also watch that your cat doesn't mess around with the printer. Yeah, I usually keep it up really high. So, like really high. Yeah. You know, I gotta say, I'm kind of amazed that I've restarted the stream. Okay. I was moving the mouse and the cursor wasn't moving, and I thought the stream died again, but it was because it was on the wrong. This is the mouse for the stream. I was going to say, I'm kind of amazed that the camera has come back every single time that I've restarted the stream. So, yeah. Always have a camera to watch a printer, for sure. And that's part of why I have the Raspberry Pi thing. Which you could see, boop, right there. So, I think I might actually, well, this is going, oh, there's nowhere behind it to move it to. Okay, I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I usually use that to check stuff while it's printing from another room or something. But I wouldn't want to have it be in another building or city. So that sounds a bit scary. There we go. That's working. Alright, so you guys can watch the real deal, though. You don't have to watch the webcam. Oh, it looks like the leveling is maybe not totally great. Or the PEI is poking up over here because it's smashing the head into the bed over there. That's suboptimal. How bad are those? Oh my gosh, those are just non-existent. Okay, well there's a fault. That's kind of a big deal. Wow, it's forming such a good seal that I hear the extruder skipping. Okay. The printer's not broken, it just needs to be calibrated, and I don't remember how to do that, and it takes a long time, too. So maybe we're going to cancel this. Cancel. Yes, I'm sure. And then I have some custom G-code commands here. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. Ah. Can't leave the hot end on the PEI like that. G-code terminal. Then down here I have one. We're going to do level 65. So this is like a script of G-code stuff, and I got to peel off all the bits that it just left on there. This is a script of G-code that it'll do to run the bed leveling routine, and it'll do it at 65C. I gotta pick all the bits off. Yeah. Oh man, it's moving. And I think I got it all off. So, okay, what it's going to do here is it's going to go around with this little pokey touch thing a whole bunch of times, and it's going to form a grid of different touch points. Let's see, catching up, also recommend Spaghetti Detective. It watches the printer and uses machine learning to detect when if the print goes south. Has saved my butt at a bunch of occasions. That's interesting. I might be able to run that. I haven't looked into that kind of thing yet, but that would be cool. See, not much of using, have a camera if you don't get it to actually step in and do something goes wrong, unless you just want to be able to watch it burn down. Yeah, from somewhere else, exactly. TSD will stop the printer, yeah. And or thermal runaway. I think Marlin will stop thermal runaway, and my firmware has thermal runaway protection as well. That's part of one of the things about the Anet. So the firmware that's running on the printer here is also custom, which is why it's able to do this bed leveling thing. So, let's see. If the firmware is set up for it, many of the cheapo 3D printers do not. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. I can't remember, but I think my little clips on the thing on this side actually get in the way. This is always super boring and takes forever. Usually I get to walk away while this is happening, but not this time. So is it calibrating? Yeah, so Cody, what it's doing right now is it's going around with the probe there. That's that white thing. It's got the little needle looking thing coming out of it. And it's seeing how long it takes for it to hit everywhere on the bed when it moves the printer up and down. So it uses this to build like a 3D model inside of the different wavy points of the bed to know exactly how high up it is. And then it will offset the print by that when it does it, so that it doesn't grind the head into the print surface like it was a moment ago. So, yeah. Rebuild Marlin, enable BLHS mode. It vastly speeds up probing with no loss of accuracy. Interesting. It's been a very, very long time since I built Marlin, and additionally, the firmware on this, there's not a lot of space, and this thing is crammed up against the wall, if I remember correctly. But I will have to learn everything from scratch again, how to build the firmware and all that. But I know it's not that difficult. It's one of those things I got to do. So. I hope this works correctly. It's been a while since I've run these, and I don't remember if it will actually save the bed leveling. I think it will, but it's been a while. Man, I was really smart. I commented all my G-code. So it should, at the beginning, load the bed leveling of the print, but I don't know if this is going to save it. I don't remember what all I put into this for the, script type thing. I think I can see the G-code log when it's done on Octoprint, so we can check. See, about the streaming server, could it be using Intel encoding instead of the 970? No, I initially tested it without the NVIDIA drivers installed, and it was really, really bad. It was like 7 frames per second encoding. And then I installed the NVIDIA drivers, and now it's perfect. So, yeah. See, I don't think the CPU's overheating. I think it's just, tapped out, and I'm not interested in overclocking it. This is an overclock capable system, but I'm not, nah. It's not gonna make that big of a difference. It's just getting its butt kicked. Ow, it's hot. I don't remember where the clips need to be for this, and they're gonna, yeah. See, streaming server is a board I sent you. Definitely can't do CPU transcoding. That thing would melt down. Basically that. It's the HP Z820, which is the E5 2690s. They are better. That system is better than the computer this is currently running on, which is a Haswell i5. But it's still not really great. So, or both. The Xeon system is better, but both are not optimal. Okay, I think the clip position was fine. 3D printers tend to be hot. Yeah, well, with the PEI, usually you have some insulation, but I managed to touch the aluminum print bed, and I had no insulation and high thermal conduction. So that was it. Like, I can poke that, not... Well, you can't see. I can touch the print bed and have it be totally fine. But touching the aluminum bit hurts. And done. Okay. And mesh saved in slot 1. Okay, so I can see that it did actually save it there. It's not going to level. I think it's homing, right? It's not redoing the mesh, right? No, stop. I don't know why, but it seemed... Wait, did I bump a button to change the camera angle? Stop. Stop. I don't know why it's restarting. It already saved one mesh, so it's good. I can just turn it off and on again. Connect. Control. It's unhappy because it's at the bed. I will rehome it. And we'll try printing the thing again. Just doing it again for good measure. It might actually be. I don't know. I hope. I don't think it needs it, but I'm not letting it do it again because it took too long. All right, so I'm going to start the print for the LCD thing. The back plate. I guess we can go back to this. So it should be going in a moment. I don't know why it's not. Temperature. Click. Why is it? It's like it's not connected. What gives? Well, that's refreshing files. I think I need to refresh the web page. Let's do that. Make sure it's actually connected. Well, it should be because I controlled it, but I don't know. Okay, load that. There we go. Print. Print time left 20 minutes. Man, 20 minutes for the plate? Jeez. Yeah, the other stuff would take forever. You know what maybe I could do is I could set up the printer in the background, and whenever we stream, just start whatever prints I need to start while I'm streaming. Maybe that could be a thing. Oh, man. Could use the webcam and have like a point redemption where you could check in on the print while it's going. That could be interesting. See, yep, it has started heating the bed. So now it should go. Hopefully the leveling all took. Sounds like a fun idea. Yeah, I think that could work actually. So might look into that. I still got to figure out the WebSocket stuff to make OBS interactable. But I'll get there. So you get the camera, so whenever it loses focus, it jumps to the printer. Yeah. I can't really control the face tracking thing. Matter of fact, I had to reset that up for this computer, and it still is broken in all the same ways that it was broken on the other one, which is really annoying. Like, I can't get it to adjust to any of the settings that I want it to. I don't know why. So, yeah, it's really weird. All right, heating up the hot end. So here's hoping the mesh level actually works this time. I forget how 3D printing always generates little bits of trash all over, and I always feel bad about just throwing it away. Okay, this will be a really good test to see where it hits. And it completed the loop, so it should work. Oh yeah, it's way, way better. Look at that's doing so much better. Actually, that view kind of works. There we go. I think that's optimal printer view. Ooh. I'm going to guess the filament cracks during this print. Because the distance that it has to travel this direction here is putting a lot of pressure on the filament. And it's kind of bad, this filament. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it cracks. What are you printing with? Some garbage PLA. Some very, very, very old PLA. As a matter of fact, I might be able to look up how old. Let's see. Orders. Gray PLA. No results. Okay. Are they dumb and spelling it with an A? That was Inland. Is this Inland brand? I'm not sure if this is the same now, because the spool is different. Their picture is now of a cardboard spool. But this might be 5-year-old filament that's been sitting out without ever being dried. So, yeah, ever tried PETG? Yes, I have. It works out very well. I can't print it onto the PEI, but yeah, it works out. So I actually have under the PEI a layer of blue tape, and if I print PETG, then I take the PEI off with the clamps and then print directly onto the blue tape. That first layer is going okay. I can see some bubbling in there. It's mostly minor. I don't know if the GoPro is going to show it at all because it won't focus close up. But yeah, it seems okay. Probably isn't too many layers, actually. Go over to Slicer and I can see it by layers. Preview. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's only 3 actual layers of print. So it's going to do this same basic shape 3 times, and then, yeah, it'll work. I believe, yeah, it's that's pretty much what it's going to take. It's going to take faith, because you can look how much it's pulling on it right there. That's not good. Predict the filament breaking? Ooh, yeah, we could. Okay, let's do that. Let's make a prediction. I kind of like that. Oh, you did it. Okay, I'm predicting fail. Predict. Introducing channel points. Oh, I can't get into it, can I? That's right. I don't earn channel points, and I can't vote. Yeah. Oh man, you guys have some faith. You can't give you forever points. Yeah, no fair. I want to play. You votes without points? Don't think I get that one. Alright, I'll hang this back more so you can see if it does break. Oh, you know what I could do? That doesn't work, does it? Oh my gosh, that does work. I can do, let's see. Click that. Transform, rotate 180 degrees. Now you have super close-up webcam view. And we can leave the other one farther out. I'll try and get it as close as I can here. Actually, I wonder, should I just... How does this work? Oh, going on a walkabout. Here, can I just set it on this? Oh, that's upside down. Hold on. Let's see. If I can find another binder clip, I can probably clip it to the bed. That almost works. I would really like to have it mounted to the print head, like in there. Ooh, that would be cool. Just right there. Might be able to do that right now. Here, let's find out. Spool of solder. Whoop. Put that. That's an interesting shot. Heated webcam, yeah. That there, and then we need to tip it forward just slightly. That's too much. Ooh, a key. That might work. There we go. Oh, it burnt the filament a little bit. That's weird. take this, hold Alt, I can crop the side a little bit there. A little bit more. Whoop. There, I hear the filament doing things. Oh, I went on a ride. It'll be fine, yeah. I'm gonna do a little bit of color fixing here. There we go, that makes it more visible. I have this viewing, oh wow. There's some big kinks in that filament. That webcam actually stays pretty up to date. That's not that far behind. I missed something. The beginning of this print will be for what? It's a replacement mount for this LCD since the corner is cracked off and just gone. So this is part of a new thing that will be getting made to replace that. Unfortunately, it'll get. It might actually be at full speed already. I was going to say it gets faster after the first layer, but this might be full speed. But yeah, I really bet it's going to snap that filament. Gotcha. I heard you like printers, so printer like a printer. That's not too far off of 3 printer life, really. Oh, that's weird. It printed around the outside of the mounting hole, and now it's gonna have to come back and do the middle bit there. Yeah, the filament is not in good condition. It does sound a bit like a floppy drive, especially when using a disk imaging program that seeks the head after each track. Which is actually one of my use cases for this. I think I'm going to try 3D printing an enclosure to put a 360K 1.2 meg 1.44 meg, and a DVD drive all into one box that I can then use over USB with my laptop as like a carryable archiving solution for pretty much all media. And I can take that home or bring it here, and it'll be robust enough that I don't have to worry about it. So I think that's my solution for that. Is the table wobbly? Technically, yes, but it's not that wobbly. It's very heavy. So that sounds like a cool idea. Yeah. The thing that's currently holding me back is, well, getting this working. I'm going to have to order some printer filament for it. Because I don't know what colors and stuff I've got. But I've probably got, maybe I have something I could use. I don't know. But I also need to find my test CDs to figure out which ones to figure out which disk drives, DVD drives will work. Because I need to use a particular kind of drive, and I don't know where my test CDs are. It's actually really driving me crazy. I can't find them after the move. So once I can find those, then I can start qualifying my drives to see which ones will be usable for that. See, you could print spool hubs for the rod to allow a spool to turn more easily. Yeah, I could. That is a problem with this right now. I just don't have that. What kind of test CDs? CDs just have different characteristics, like CD plus G for karaoke discs to try and read the sub-channel data. Pre-gap hidden track discs that have data before track 0, and a couple of other things. It's just CDs that have like weird quirks, and I'm trying to make sure that I can rip all that stuff correctly. Like, I think I had one drive that would offset tracks in multiple session discs if you tried to rip like audio tracks like that. So I have multiple discs that I'll run the drives through that'll just check to make sure that they rip them all correctly. See, do you have a filament drying solution? I do not. Yeah, I don't have anything to do that with. I'd probably, if I was going to try and go that route, I would most likely get a small countertop oven because then I could use that for reflowing. So I would probably want to do 2 birds with 1 stone type thing. All right, once it finishes this part of the infill, then it's going to start whipping around for the next perimeter. So this will probably be the last real strong chance it has to break the filament. So here we go. Still has to do the outer perimeter. Maybe it'll break the stream instead, yeah. Ooh. Yee. I think it might live. Can't stand this. Yeah, if it's starting infill, it's probably made it. Because those movements are so small, I don't think it'll be able to shear the filament. A few nasty kinks in the filament? Yeah, it's just like that. This part's pretty high stress, actually, because it's just pulling on it over and over again there. Hadn't considered that. I also really like how the first thing I'm doing since I got the printer working is printing more parts for the printer. It's been a while since I've done this. Also, I am noticing there's a lot of cat hair stuck to the greased areas. This thing really needs cleaned too. Occupational hazard of being cat staffed? Yep. Doesn't pop as much as I would have guessed. I just heard one, but overall it's doing pretty good about not having a bunch of moisture built up in it, it seems. Still definitely not great stuff overall. At least not anymore. It was pretty good when I first got it. I was quite happy with it. Not gonna lie, I'm really expecting that filament to just go snap. Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely. You'll be happy to know all the rest of my filament is in bags, and the bags even have desiccant in them. So everything else I own is in much better shape than this. This one has just been sitting out on the printer for probably 3 years. So, yeah. It's been one of those things where every time I've gotten something with desiccant, or anyone I know has had something with desiccant, they always save it and give it to me, and then I put all of it in the bag with the 3D printer filament. So in addition to it having desiccant in there, it's always getting new desiccant added, so it's getting refreshed. So one of these days, I should probably take it all out and bake it to dry it out, but meh, I haven't bothered. That probably means it's gonna make it, because now it's just going to be doing the mounting points. It's going to go back and forth a bit, but I think it'll be fine. Because it's drawing out the slack now. So, yeah. AZ should be low humidity. It is overall, but also humans in buildings generally increase the humidity because we sweat, basically. So the humidity inside buildings kind of can cause that as well. So the filament's full of sweat. That's basically what it is. Yeah. At this point, I also wouldn't be surprised if the filament snapped like back here, if there would be enough in that for it to finish. So as long as it doesn't snap at the extruder, I think it'll be fine. Silicone cat litter is very good desiccant. I think you can just buy the desiccant stuff, and it's not too expensive. And done. So take that, camera. I can't believe it. The filament didn't snap. That's it. It's done. It's good. Wow. So the thing, I can hide the laptop capture here. Yeah. The pole, why can't I hide it? The prediction can go to, oh man, if I can figure out how to do this. Prediction can go to did not break. The filament that could, yeah, really. There we go, I think. Yeah, thank you, Helicroft. Wow, I am amazed that it did not break. Because seriously, every time I've like handled it to show that it would break, I would try and bend it a little bit, and then it would break somewhere else I wasn't even expecting. So yeah, that's amazing. So since this is a flat print on the bed with very little depth, this cooling part of this is actually going to be really important. So I'm going to leave it there for a moment. I may even have to pull the PEI off and bend it off. But we'll see. Hello, Vivian Comfy. Maybe you broke off the bad bits? I don't think so. I think it would be more likely is that printing the couple of card stands that I did earlier in the stream may have worked through some of the filament that was on the outside of the spool. But still, I'd be surprised if that was enough to make a substantial difference. But yeah, wow, I can't believe that worked as well as it did. Man. Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, I can close the printables tabs because I'm definitely going with this design now that I've got it started printing here. That wasn't that many layers after the, I swear the file looks like those should be taller. Oh, they're pretty tall. Okay, might be fine. Probably fine. Does feel really nice to have 3D printer up and running though. I'm very happy with this. I think I'm definitely not going to take the filament home, or the printer home, because of the filament, because there's almost no chance I could, was anything actually broken? So there was the one connector that was a little suspicious, that I stripped back and crimped, basically, and then this thing is shattered. So this edge should have more there. We can see that this is glass that's just cracked and gone, and I didn't know how bad that was, if that took out the LCD or the touch element, but everything's actually working on it. So this is part of a piece that will go onto a larger surround enclosure for this display. So one, it can't crack more, but two, it also will protect that from being a threat to people touching it, me. So that's what I'm doing there. But yeah, it actually was pretty good. every time it's been a while that since I've last used this, I like to go through it all and make sure everything looks good. This was not as in-depth as last time I did it. The last time I did this, I completely tore down all the electronics and rebuilt it just to make sure that everything was in there and correct and all the connections were good. Because it is a high power and heating device. It's kind of scary and I don't really trust it. I just knew that it was probably going to be good, and there was the specific things that I wanted to look at. So yeah, I think it's good. So just print new filament from the bad filament. Well, you say that, but actually if I had like a Phillistruder, I could. That's a thing. And actually, all the little bits that have ever been left over during 3D prints, I have saved. So like these little tiny parts here from the last print that failed, I'm going to add them to this container of stuff that is scrap parts and things that ended up not working. I don't remember what is wrong with these, but these are no good. It might be that they're just crap and they delaminate too easily. So I don't remember. But yeah, there's a lot of like this one, interlayer delamination. I think you can see what went wrong with that one. Yeah, I keep all this stuff in the hopes that like one day I get a Phillistruder or something. I don't know. Oh, here's why I'm waiting on this thing to cool. Here's a print that I tried to take off a little too soon. You can see how deformed and wavy it is because it was still hot and it was pulled off. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here yeah, most of it's just the little strings that go around when I do it. But yeah, I will put all of the excess things in here. Maybe, you know, one day I'll have the ability to do something with this. Yeah. Here's a key stem for the Series 80 stuff. It's one of my favorite things I've printed. These are amazing. These ones suck because of the... Can you hear that? It's me rubbing my fingernail along the edge of it. Makes it grind even in the computer. Getting those SLA printed is definitely the way to go. Okay, this should be relatively solid now. It's a very thin plate. There we go. Excellent. I will put this in the box. Yeah, the first part of the new thing. I don't know what the point of this is, why it's a thing, but there we go. That's not tremendous. Some bad stuff going on there. I don't know what the deal is with that. But yeah, this is functional, so that'll work. Cool. All right. Well, I think that kind of wraps this up. We got this working. We have a couple more pieces to print. We'll probably do those in the next stream on Wednesday when we're doing whatever. Have this just in the background printing away. And then we can finish the mount for the LCD, which will be really nice since it's a little sketchy. But yeah, I am quite happy with how this turned out. And from here, it's just let it run. So I will probably... I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to do with the whole setup back here, because like, here's the thing. If I turn this around here, this is the area up here. Obviously, there's like junk and stuff piled on the things, but I've been taking the equipment down from here to use in the streams over here, and I don't think I want to do that long term. I'd rather leave the stuff up here. So I need a way of being able to view everything. Like this is pretty good, but maybe. I'm not sure what the long-term solution is, because I want to be able to like flip them on and then use them over the electronics bench, which is down here, also full of junk, because this kind of ends up being the place where I just toss stuff while I'm live. But I need to figure out what will make the most sense to do with setting up the equipment and then having the 3D printer on top of them. So yeah, I got to figure that out. 360 cam would be cool, but impractical. Yeah, I don't know. But I'll figure something out. I wouldn't, man, if I could have like another camera on some kind of rack rail that could move back and forth to focus specifically on the bits there. It would be really nice. The other thing though is like the logic analyzer has to go here to be as close as possible, and it's currently sitting right there because I had it down for one of the streams and I ended up not using it, but I needed it to be closer. So right there, I think it's close enough. I don't know. I got to get like some 3-foot long probes for it. It's kind of ridiculous, but yeah, totally do that since you have the drop ceiling. Yeah, absolutely. I just have to like get hardware for it. But the 3441A could be there and mostly reach. I don't know. It's like a trade-off. I got to figure out really long probes versus stuff. But anyway, 3D printer generally goes on top of the workbench, but with the equipment there, it makes it difficult to set it up permanently for that. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. But yeah. You can lift the HP alone. Oh yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, it's pretty bad, but it's not that bad. It's no data general drive. That's for sure. Those things, blah, blah, yeah, they suck. So yeah, I'll figure something out, and then we'll have it set up and probably let it run on Wednesday. But I think that's it. So we should probably run the outro here. Yeah. Boom. And make sure the printer thing's not going. Okay. Thank you all so much for being here. This went really well. I'm super happy with the results of this. Thank you all for the 2 level 5 hype trains. I can't believe it. Whoa. I really appreciate the support. You guys are incredible. I'm seriously appreciative of it. I am at a loss for words when I get to that, because I just, yeah. But thank you all so much. This was a lot of fun. This is like really basic, but I'm super happy with the results and what it means in the future. Getting this going again was really nice. I'm glad to feel comfortable with the printer again. I am gonna have to spend some more time with the slicing software, relearn all that, especially OpenSCAD, the CAD software more so. But so yeah, there's more to get back to with this printer, but I think that was a good getting my toes wet, making sure everything's working, starting to make some progress on making it a little more usable. I do actually have to get power cables and stuff sorted out for the Raspberry Pi, but that's a different problem. But anyway, that was great. You guys are great. So glad you're all able to tune in. But yeah, that is it for now. So if you guys enjoyed this stream, you may want to follow the Twitch channel. And if you're watching the VOD, that I'm probably going to have downloaded from YouTube or from Twitch, because it broke the video so many times through the VGA capture computer that I will definitely not be using again for the stream on Wednesday. Ripping all those parts out, put it back in Z820. But yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can subscribe on the YouTube channel. But yeah, that's it for now. If you want to help support the channel, you can come to Twitch, hang out here, do stuff, or find me on Patreon. That is it for now, though. I will see you next time. It's a little more complicated this time with the air mouse. Let's see. Printer and